enjoy comics, and draw some huge circles.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? It is time for huge, amazing, phenomenal, gigantic circles and trapezoids and squares and cubes and everything. And I got Tom back.
Peaches. Cute little totally. Peaches. People seem to like my peaches here. I don't know why.
Yes. Peaches for oh my god, I'm trying to think of the song now. Peaches for me.
And no, Vince, whatever. Nobody else does anything with my peaches. Only my peaches. I'm the one who plays with peaches. Nobody plays with mine, so there.
Oh my god. How's it going, buddy? Man. I saw you were at the hospital. No. You're gonna have to share. You're gonna have to. Yeah, because I saw a strip off your foot. What the fudge happened to you?
I mean, you can show people the picture. It's on the face, but yeah, I don't think people want to see that. It's pretty gross. I was making green tea last week, and then I got a little bit of a carpal tunnel. When you work with computers a lot and photography, eventually it's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
And I was moving the kettle to just a simple little small space, and it fell. I was like, darn. But not realizing, people forget I'm a diabetic, you see. I don't have feeling in my feet. I turn around about 5 minutes later, I realize, my feet are wet, at least that one side. And then I take my sock off and it's a little red. A couple of days later, the whole piece of flesh just came off. So,
oh my God.
Separated. Yeah, it boils off. The whole side of the flesh boiled off right as you seen the strip. A little bit of my toe bubbled up, but that'll go away. They said just leave that alone. So yeah, I lost a whole left side of my right foot. So,
oh my God.
So, and the sad part is it's hard. You got to be careful being a diabetic with somebody's feet. But yeah, it kind of hurts right now. I got it wrapped tightly, so not too tightly, but you get it wrapped. I'm gonna stay off my feet for a couple of weeks. I'm on some pills, make sure it doesn't get infected, and 8 hours at the hospital. Good old Canadian hospital times.
Oh
boy. Yeah, people might say, sure, your health care is free, and it's helpful. But trust me, Canada's healthcare system is garbage. It really needs to improve tenfold.
In the meantime, I could die while I'm waiting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, there was some older woman. She could barely walk. She was there as long as I was. I was like, we're 8 hours. I was like, on people. What are you doing?
They might as well just throw in a cot there and make your way, with a TV or something like that at least.
Yeah. Well, lucky I brought my laptop, even though it's hard to pop it out when people are sitting around you. But yeah, so.
Okay, well, first of all, let me say hi to everybody that showed up today. We got Sylvia, your lovely artist that's here, and she was actually, I think, the first one here. So you were early, and that is cool. She said second runner-up is the enormous wrench that keeps everybody in line under threat of being mauled to death is Snortopubis Cuber. Hello to you, Snortopubis Cuber. I think we got a new one here. We got Silly Painter Millie. So, and hello to you. And she says, hello, chat. If you just join, make sure you smash that like button. And if you're new, smash that sub button. Leave a comment after the live and enjoy. That is true. And thank you for joining in. I appreciate that. We got another fellow Canadian here. That's Canadian Cat, who says, "What's up, comic?" Well, there's it's a long list because everything is up. So, and on top of that, we got the first Vince that I got here, because we got a second Vince that'll probably show up, I bet, later on, who says, was just sitting down with a cup of coffee, and I thought, well, I have over an hour till the stream starts, and I can't tell you what happened to that time. Yeah, it just flies right by, right? doesn't it? It just
Especially when you're older. Once you get into your 40s and 50s, time's like, whoa, an entire week went by.
yes.
Like,
What the heck happened?
Oh, and Vince, or to Gap, just a quick note. Gap, yes, I'm on diabetic medication for years. It doesn't help though, because it's just too expensive to eat healthy in this country. It really is.
It really
is
is
ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
Kitsu Star, konnichiwa to you. Hello, and I'm glad that you are here also. We got some guy called the Techno Sapien Geek. Jeez, I wonder who that is.
I don't know.
No,
but he's quite the debonair gentleman, I will say.
Yeah, yes. He's quite the ladies' man, I hear. Let's see. As I scroll down, and there's my third wrench, Gap After Dark, who enjoys everything that I do and make on this channel.
Amazing wrenches you have, very reliable and good. Yes. So.
I do. Joe's Atmosphere. Joe, I got to get you back on here and do another show with you, because I hope. Oh yes, that's right. Okay, first of all, he's like, oh hell yeah, the basis of every background ever drawn, perspective, exactly. And yes. I also want to say happy 25th anniversary to Joe, who has been married that long as well. So, dude, happy anniversary. And as you know, Joe also is doing his comic, the Privateer. So if you want to go ahead and check out his channel as well, just check out Joe's Atmosphere, and he's doing his comics. So as I scroll down, yes.
And yes, okay, I just want to say to Gap, exactly. Some people say, just eat better. Are you paying for it? But I will say one thing. I have a diabetic eye doctor who helps. I get needles in my eyes every 6 to 8 weeks because of my diabetes. I bleed in the eyes. But she's actually helpful. She's given me like ideas for food club. She buys my calendar. She's a really amazing doctor. She actually helps me sometimes. So some of the doctors are out to make you better. Some of them I don't trust as much. But yeah.
No, not really. Pop culture mechanic, fellow patriot, fellow Albertan. How's it going, dude? Nice that you are here today. And future Albertan, Canadian.
Hey, dear friend, I haven't seen you forever, brother. I miss doing shows with you. That's why I miss the old working with Steve and having him in the middle of a field burning some wood.
I know. Well, this time he's going to be doing it in Alberta. So because he is moving here, I hope you're good, brother. He is leaving BC and he is coming for freedom here in Alberta. So
BC is still a beautiful place. Oh, BC is beautiful.
BC is awesome, man.
Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah. And that's pretty much everybody that's here. So what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be doing this.
All right, time to draw. Let's see if Comic Relief Crusader can do better. Today, Mike is going to probably screw up some 2-point perspective. Let's join in and see if he can survive.
She's so mean.
Yeah, I know.
I like her. Like I said, now she technically works for you, so that would be employee thing, and you're a married man, so you're gonna have to hook me up.
I will do that. Yes.
But no, so what are you presenting to the people today?
Okay, what am I presenting to the people today? I am presenting some 2-point perspective. It's a lot of P's. And because that was something that actually around the beginning of the year that I was going to be focusing more on as we are doodling and all that kind of stuff. And to all of you people that are in the chat, as I'm waiting for this damn screen to show up, there we go.
Well, let me ask you then, while you're getting that to it, what is the relevance of 2-point perspective?
What is the relevance? The relevance is the pad wannabe. I am going to say hi, but that's not exactly the relevance that I was getting at. Okay, So what is 2-point perspective? Okay, to a lot of you people that are in the chat that like to doodle and draw and stuff like that, 2-point perspective. Let's say you got a parallel line, right, on the horizon, and where parallel lines, like say, let's say like train tracks or the edges of buildings seem to come together and converge. Okay, and by using vanishing points, like what I have right here, which you can see on both the left and the right side of this page, an artist can create an illusion of depth and distance in their drawings and make them look more realistic, more three-dimensional. So, you get a 1-point perspective, which uses one vanishing point, which, I kind of did like earlier this year, to create like a three-dimensional effect in a picture. But since the eye level is parallel to the horizon, as you see here, the vanishing point falls on the horizon in a 1-point perspective, and all the lines in the artwork converge to a single vanishing point on the horizon.
Yeah.
However, with 2-point, first of all, the technique is commonly used when you're drawing scenes with a single focal point. Okay, in this case, you got 2 focal points. So 2-point perspective, it uses 2 vanishing points on the horizon line, and usually this technique is ideal for drawing scenes with multiple angles and corners, like a cityscape or room, and the lines in the drawing will converge towards 1 or 2 vanishing points, basically, giving a more dynamic and 3-dimensional effect. And usually these 2 vanishing points will be at the far left and the far right of a picture, and sometimes even beyond the scope of what's going to be basically in the picture. So it's going to kind of look like this. And so what I have, and hello, Alistair, the radio host. So to all of you people that, just want to draw better or wonder how you do it, I should say, I'm kind of like laying it out here on virtual paper, so to speak, so you kind of have a good idea of where I'm going with this. So you have a horizontal line that's going to be basically obviously the ground, your horizon. And Padawannabe says, I've always thought vanishing points were technically right. Always looks strange to me. I haven't figured out the problem, but I have some theories. Well, you're going to see how it kind of works. So
that's what you're going to show us today. So
exactly. So what I'm going to show you here, I'm going to show you something live on camera, believe it or not, much more. So
you have a radio host in the thing, by the way. That's awesome. That's how we met. You can tell that little bit of story while you're doing that. That's how we met, by doing radio.
I know, right?
I actually wanted my career as a DJ at one time. And guess how I got inspired? I got inspired by WKRP.
In Cincinnati.
That might be over a lot of younger people's heads. They're like, what are you talking about? It's a great television show, one of the best. So, but then that inspired me to want to do radio. Oh, yeah. That, my love for music. So
Howard Stern. Yeah.
Hi.
And Howard Stern.
I wasn't the biggest Howard, and I listened to it when I lived in. I didn't mind Howard, but sometimes he kind of overdid it. I think just for I was like, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like Howard. I have his books. I like reading his books, but overall, I would have been more. Like I said, I like Johnny. I like Venus. I mean, even though they weren't real, that style, that was always my favorite style of radio DJ. Or Johnny in the morning. here in St. John. We had a gentleman, Donnie in the morning. He was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and believe it or not, he still goes. He has his own radio station now.
KSJ.
Yeah, he has his own radio
really?
station now. Oh yeah, he's back. He didn't want to retire. He's like, I just want to continue doing this. So mom and dad listen to his radio. It's mostly older style music, but yeah, no, he's still DJing in his 70s and 80s, I think now.
Oh wow,
but good on him. Good on him.
Is he really? Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, that just makes me feel older now.
But we are old. We're old now.
Oh,
so.
Shut up. We are not.
Oh, I'm proud of being old, even though everything hurts now more. But yeah.
I know. It's like you're discovering more pains.
Yeah. Yeah, Les Nessman, he was awesome.
Crap.
That's what he's saying. But what was I going to say? So since you're drawing, I'm going to bring up some things with you. One, have you finished season? Have you finished season 2 of Daredevil yet?
You know what? I haven't even started it. I have absolutely no compulsion to wanna watch it. I swear.
I personally liked it better than season 1. There's a lot more violence. Kingpin at one point becomes like Kingpin as he should be. I enjoyed it. But then again, I like Halo and people laugh at me. Jason knows what I'm talking about. And I know Jason didn't care for it either. He didn't like Daredevil season 2 and stuff. But I enjoyed it. Very good. I thought it was fun. It was a good escape. Better than season 1, I'd say. So, and what have you. I like the direction they went. And now I'm curious for season 3. So.
See, because you mentioned that in a post on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's very interesting that he said that.
But
and I'm thinking, maybe I might check it out. I'm not sure.
And we go on continuing with that universe. There's a one-off episode for the Punisher starting his series called what was it called again?
Yes, I noticed that.
One Last Kill.
One Last Kill or something like that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. That's uber violent. I enjoyed it. That's Punisher at his best. Holy crap, that was violent. That's just, wow.
Well, I am one for violence.
Oh,
so,
they
Dark
really
Helmet.
How's
it going, dude?
Hello.
Nice to see you, my man.
Be careful when you're sniffing your fingers.
Yeah, you know what? It's exactly. Okay, so what I got here is I took a picture that I just basically found off the net. So I'm just essentially going to replicate it, right? This is not necessarily cheating. It's not cheating whatsoever. No. Take a picture, you just need a reference. Some people would actually say that this is cheating. It's not, right? Because we often draw from life, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Dude, I've been to art college, 3 years in art college. It's called life or still pictures, life picture. You know, like and during drawing class, sometimes she say, "Everybody go outside." What? Just go, come back in 2 hours. She would make us go outside and draw buildings or anything. Just literally. Just sit. We'd go down Officer Park in Fredericton. We go down Officer Park. I draw certain things and stuff. You would just draw what you see. So that was part of actual art class drawing. It's just get outside, get your ass outside, and do some drawing today. It's too nice to sit in here. Okay.
Exactly.
We'd all go. And some would sit down Officer Park, drink some wine while they're drawing. But anyway.
Ooh, lovely.
But yeah, no, that's what taking parts of life.
That's what. Yeah, because that's what real artists do, damn it.
Oh, yeah, well, some of them would do other
sit outside,
things.
Hobnob, and drink wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Really? What things would those be, I wonder?
Yes, exactly.
He said with curiosity.
Stuff that's not legal in this country, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. So,
but yeah, no, drawing life. That's how we learn. That's how I guarantee most comic book artists. That's how they've. Okay, we've seen something in real life. Boom, let's bring it into the book. You know, and you accept your own style. That's just how it goes. Yeah,
you gotta. Padawannabe says, I still need to watch the new Daredevil. I'm just to drop into One Piece at the moment. Past episode 725 yesterday. Nice.
Oh,
okay, now you're getting into the really good stuff.
That's referring to the actual One Piece, because I'll say the TV says that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't yet to actually sit down and watch those, but I like season 2 of the actual show again. They once again outdid themselves, I think. So.
And Vince says Daredevil still has some anger to flush out after his walk of shame. Oh yeah, with with She-Hulk.
Well, Kingpin became more like Kingpin. I won't give anything away, but wow, it was pretty. They actually made him finally look good and violent. I was like, okay, that's good. That's good.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, because I'm looking for, that legendary kind of comic, strong Kingpin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. The one that can literally and mercilessly beat the living tower, even out of Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So
he's super powerful, super strong, and he can fight. So
that's right. So yeah. So what else has been going on in life? What else has been happening with
that
you?
pathetic fight last night? Was such a fixed fight. I haven't watched it yet, but I don't want to now. Is Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano, and I love Gina, and I don't mind Ronda.
I heard.
17 seconds, people. 17 seconds. Really, that was fixed. You had to tell that was fixed, and they made
a what the fudge, man.
Which sucks because Ronda was great in her day as a fighter, and so was Gina. Gina was like 7-2, and Ronda was like undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. She had one loss under her belt, I think, but yeah, that was a fixed fight, and they built it up so big too. Like, it's gonna 17 seconds. That's all it lasted. Wow. So I was like, I haven't watched it, and I don't even know if I want to. I was like, wow, that's kind of a waste to download something just for. Yeah, no.
But guaranteed, Netflix made a lot of money.
Oh, those girls, more power to them. They both made millions each. Like Gina and Ronda. It's like they made a few million each just for going in there for 17 seconds. Good on them. Holy crap,
Oh, big time. Yeah. Big time.
So,
oh my god.
It's like,
see, I'm not big into fighting or watching boxing or anything like that, or UFC matches or anything like that. I just, for some odd reason, I just don't see the point in two people literally beating the crap out of each other.
I used to like boxing in the earlier days of Mike Tyson back in the, when I used to like watching Tyson and stuff. He was fun to watch. So, it was bad. I heard it was bad. So, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, true. But at least they hugged at the end.
Well, that probably whispered in each other's ear. How much did you get? How much did you? Suckers.
Oh my god, yeah, probably. I'm getting like 2 million from this fight. Oh my god, so am I.
Now I've been watching. I started watching. I gave up on boxing, and I had never been the biggest UFC fan. I used to watch it in the early days, but lately I've been watching the real life Chun-Li. And if anybody knows what I'm talking about, her name is Mona Kimura. She's she's a female kickboxer. Originally a boxer, became a kickboxer. She's cute as hell. And most of her, she does the Chun-Li style fighting. She can move around the ring on one leg while kicking the crap out of somebody with her other leg. She's only a tiny little thing, but I think she's undefeated.
Wow.
Like, she actually fights like Chun-Li with her one foot. Nobody ever does that before.
Really?
It's amazing. Oh my god, yeah. Mona Kimura. Check her stuff out on YouTube. She fights with her leg pretty much. She can box. She's a good boxer. But she'll literally just jump around, and it shows her working out on a treadmill, bouncing around on one leg. It's like, what the heck? Like, she has amazing balance. She's only like 20, 21, but she's deadly as heck. She's an Asian girl. I think she's from Japan. And yeah, she's like a Chun-Li, real life. It's like, whoa. So I've been watching some of her stuff. It's pretty cool.
Canadian Spider-Man. I could take them both on without tearing my suit. There wasn't enough booby punching.
Well, and most of them.
I don't think they allow that though. Come on, man.
Well, neither of them have big boobs anyway. They're not the. But actually, I prefer girls with smaller boobs, so that's just, I don't mind.
Sure.
That, so, but
right. Pet Wannabe, the one-legged demon, that leg stays up so much of the match, he says. Oh yeah, with Chun-Li.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, well that's one
totally.
thing. This girl, this Mona Kimura, she does. She'll bounce around an actual boxing ring, kickboxing, and she'll literally take a. I don't think she's lost yet. She literally bounces on one leg a lot of the times, and she has perfect control of her leg. Watch her stuff if you get a chance. It's scary but amazing. I'm so impressed by her talent. So. Oh, that's a nice looking building, by the way.
Huh.
As a person that wanted to work in architecture in my
It is
teens,
kind of.
that's a very nice, interesting concept for a building. I like architecture, and yeah.
That's what I kind of, yeah, when I looked at it, it's like, you know what, it's pretty cool looking, and it's so simple.
Yeah.
It's like literally a cube, right?
Yeah.
And I know that before there were like, a few shows where I did some 2-point perspective. I did the first one on 1 point, and then I did a couple of 2-point perspectives, but I thought, you know what, okay, because now that this channel has gotten a little bigger now, and we're getting even closer to like 2,000 on this channel, and there are quite a few of you that are doodlers and whatnot, and it's like, you know what, okay, this is perfect. It's a cube. It's basically just a cube.
Yeah.
And yeah, and architecturally speaking, it's very interesting.
No, I agree.
Oh yeah. Speaking of architecture, okay. There's a building in Calgary. I have to take a picture for you. Okay? Because it starts off with how should I put it? It starts off with a very interesting base, and then it kind of, on the way up, it kind of thins out, like the floors widthwise
Say that on 10
become God, yeah, I know, right? Like, damn it. They become narrower and narrower and narrower, and then it does this interesting twist upwards, and like I can't quite describe it. I'm gonna have to take a picture of you for you next time I'm there. But I thought for doing a 2-point perspective, yeah, it's a simple building, but it's a good building, and for anybody that wants to learn or just dabble into it, because I know a lot of people say like, I can't draw, then this is as simple as it gets. So, and as we're simultaneously broadcasting this on Rumble and on X and here on the YouTubes, like Vince says, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things that you're supposed to do, and Pat Wannabe also points out it should be called architecture. No, there's a tongue twister. Actually, you know what? That's a really good phrase instead of architecture.
Yeah, okay, it does make sense. Yes.
Dang. Yeah, it does. But yeah, that's what we's doing today. So I don't know, just kind of learn. I kind of been thinking about, this should be less about me drawing, and I should probably just do more of this to help other people that just want to draw and how to do it. So, and
now one of my favorite architecture,
learn to draw everything. And
no, exactly, you have to.
That's a really good idea. You should. Yeah.
Speaking of architectures, Frank Gehry, one of my favorite architectures. He would do the last name is spelled Gehry. He always did alternative style architecture. It was always amazing. He inspired me when I was young. I wanted to become an architecture. I used to study architecture back in junior high school. That was a thing, junior high school at one point. But I watched his stuff. His stuff is very alternative, and I always liked his architecture around the world. He's amazing. But as an artist, perspective is important. It varies. What you're doing is important. Actually, I remember you did the saloon that one time. That was another 2-point. Do you remember that one? That was
I do.
you did that. So, but architecture, yeah, I actually like that term too. That seems because good architecture is beautiful art sometimes, like in the term of
It
Frank
is.
and many others. So yeah.
There's this one person that's on YouTube. I believe she is in. I believe she's in Vancouver, and she's an I don't even know if architecturist. She's into architecture. Oh my god, this is gonna be like a word I'm gonna butcher like for the rest of the show. She's an architect. There's the word. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
Oh my god. Frick. Me words can't speak anymore. Anyway, what she does with her videos is she does how architecture is related to architecture and design is related to a lot of stuff that is in like sci-fi and manga and and even mythology, and they're really interesting videos. Like they're really interesting because it's something you don't really think about when you're, how should I put it, when you're creating a world of your own, right? And the more she goes into it, the more it makes sense how she presents it all. So like I think this past Tuesday we kind of covered that Kazuhiro Otomo, the creator of Akira, is opening up his own animation studio.
I heard about that.
Yeah, which is really cool. And he wants to help the next generation, create basically wonderful art and pass all those trade secrets down to the next generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is good on him, for wanting to do that. And so I kind of thought about it. The more and more, I watch how she talks about all this in her videos. It's really interesting. I'm gonna have to. I think it's Danny Danni or something like that. I think that's what her channel is. Anyway, Japanese woman, really, really cool how she comes across with all this kind of information because it's cool. But I thought, yeah, I mean, how would Neo Tokyo look in Akira? And the whole cyberpunk kind of feel of the world of Akira that Katsuhiro Otomo did, if if you didn't pay attention to even how the buildings would look or and stuff like that, right? It makes you appreciate the how should I put it, the extra thought that goes into world building when you're making a story. So
well, yeah, no, exactly. And just on a quick note here, I just want to say Vince brought up a good point. Is he said go to Europe. Europe does have amazing architecture, and believe it or not, some of that I can say this because some of that got carried over to my hometown of St. John because we had a great fire many years ago, hundreds of years ago. There was a great fire. We brought architectures from France and the UK, and two. Like there was a few of them, and our city has a lot of that European style architecture down like on the south end. I've actually used it for my photography. Some like mini castles and the old style sandstone at the bottom of King Street. We have the Bank of Montreal. It's a beautiful style sandstone building. It's a big bank. Like there's some. Oh yeah, and some of the buildings like Gargoyles. Remember Gargoyle? That building now it's another. It's used for something else. Tuck Gallery. It's old style, beautiful stone with pillars out front, and just the architecture is so beautiful. But a lot of it was done by Europeans that got brought over here after the Great Fire to help rebuild the city. So it was like, from France and, England and all around there. It's some of that old architecture we have here in St. John. Again, we're one of the oldest incorporated cities in this country. So it's like, it's amazing. That's why I like taking pictures of some of these buildings because the old style architecture, like the palaces and the sandstones and just the uses of the stones in general, it's just beautiful.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, speaking of, you know, the sandstone buildings and stuff like that. I mean, when I was working on the uh the old city hall in Calgary, when I was scaffolding, you know, which is like old sandstone. I mean, all that stone, any of the stone that had to be replaced, it had to be sourced, and that came from Europe as well. I believe, like from France.
Yeah.
And and the stonecutters that they had to hire and bring over, those all those people, they came from Quebec, because
Yeah.
of the old European um, nature of all the buildings that they have there alone in Montreal, for example, like all over Quebec, because it is that touch of Europe that you see, especially in Montreal and Quebec City and all that kind of stuff. So they still know how to, you know, they still have those trades there,
Oh yeah.
because yeah, because the entirety of Montreal is just obviously all very French inspired, French European inspired.
Well, I
So
still want to take my camera and go down to old Montreal and just go crazy because it's so beautiful. It has the old style and the new style throughout the better parts. Montreal is very diverse when it comes to its architecture, and it's so nice. Oh, amazing.
oh yeah, it is.
But then again, Calgary is too. Like, I mean, I lived there for a while. You know that, and I mean, sitting on the lake, some of the some of the beautiful visions from the one side of the lake to the downtown city. It's like oh, just so beautiful, and the mixture of the big tower, like the mini CN Tower, as I call it. I forget what the name of it is. It's like the CN Tower, but it's a little bit smaller.
The
You know which one I'm talking about.
Calgary Tower. The
Yeah, there you
Calgary
go.
Tower.
Yeah, and it's like a mini CN tower, you know, from like in Toronto,
It
and so
is.
many others. There's a lot of modern in downtown Calgary. It's another beautiful architecture down there. It's like
Yep.
just it's breathtaking. Yeah, no, exactly.
It's yeah, you know, and I don't know, that's what I kind of like it. You know, it keeps a little bit in touch with its old roots, but
Mm.
it's not afraid to, you know, do something new and bold and modern, which is great, you know,
Well, there's a lot of
architecturally wise.
postmodern in Calgary as well, very much so, with the glass sides and a lot of those buildings, and just no, they stick with the modern look in a lot of them too. So yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. So you know, because they just seem to enjoy the sunlight a lot, you know, bringing it into the buildings and stuff like that. So
Mm.
and yeah, because now we got May long weekend going on here, and a little bit of vacation time. And usually, you know what? Usually, because here in Alberta, every May long, it either rains and snows,
Yeah.
and they were kind of predicting that this long weekend. And you know what? Guess what? I'm not gonna, no word of a lie. It rained a very teeny bit, right? Just a light sprinkle. But then later on yesterday afternoon, you could actually see a tiny bit of snow come down.
See, here we got like plus 23s and 25s. It's really warm on here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We had that
We
a
got
couple of
that.
days ago too.
Yeah, we had that big thing coming down from the south. They say that now, of course, according to the internet, it's going to be the hottest on the planet ever, and we're all going to die. Oh gosh, stop! Just stop. Uh,
Let me see what's going on in the chat here. Vienna's great for buildings, the inner districts at least. Yeah, yeah. So was Graz in Austria as well. Just classic buildings. I love them. You know, which actually Austria is where my dad comes from. And Gap, in his in his own gappy fashion, the red light district in Amsterdam really has some really unique architecture. I don't know if that's a joke or if that's actually serious. And I'm thinking, part of me is actually thinking that's a serious comment. Last
it
time I was
probably is. I
there,
mean, because a
they
lot of
were
the
slowly
Scandinavian
replacing them with
countries
steel
and
and
all
glass
this.
monstrosities. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Really? They were replacing them, says Vince. Oh, in Vienna, I'm guessing, yeah, with replacing them with steel and glass monstrosities. Oh my god.
I'll be honest
Really?
with
See, that's a
just
shame.
as
I
a
hate
quick
that.
note. I don't have the knowledge of that Asian woman you were talking about, and also I follow another one,
Right.
Ichi Boot. She travels the world. She's a geologist on a motorbike, just alone. It's amazing, her channel. I always said to myself, I like to. You've seen me go around town and do vlogs of my city. If I had the money,
Uh-huh.
I would travel the world and love to do architecture talk for as a YouTube channel. If I knew it would have hundreds of thousands of people following and it could pay it for itself, I would do that. Just show the world and in a different light. I'd have a couple people with me, but show the world in a different light because it's just so beautiful. There's so many different types of architecture and around this planet. It just to Hong Kong, to Japan, to Norway, to LA, to New York, even though New York scares me now. I'm sorry. I don't like what's going on down there.
No.
Their leaders it's weird. Anyway,
No.
I don't want to go political, but if Al was here, he probably would help with that one. I miss Al. How's he doing? I hope he's good.
Al's working on his book. I think he said he's like at this point he's like 2/3 of the way through.
Nice.
So he's getting close to being done. So
that'll be book 3, correct?
I'm trying to think. Yes, it'll be totally 100% book 3. There we go. Dammy, not Danny. Okay, Dammy Lee. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here for you guys, because she's 100% a nerd, but she's into architectural design. So I'm gonna put that in the private chat for my buddy Thomas, our technosapien geek. And check it out. It is actually a really, really, really good channel. So because she'll get into stuff like Lord of the Rings, like Dune. I mean, God, living on the moon, stuff like that. She'll get into some of the other architecture, like say in like Akira, like I mentioned before, like Akira, or what was another anime that was out? I got to check it out. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was
Can Humans Really?
I think it was Blame, or it looks like Blame, but it's actually Blum. The way it's pronounced in Japan, or like How to Build Your Own Batcave and stuff like that. It's she's full blown nerd, but it's really, really cool. So you might like it.
Damn, she's for anyway,
yeah.
She's quite successful. 2.34 million subscribers. So she's doing good.
Yeah.
Good on her. I'm now subscribed. I'm a sub to her channel now. I'll check her out. So I always like architecture and doing it
really, really cool.
So that's cool.
Well, like I said, I wouldn't send you there if I didn't find it interesting, and you guys might find it interesting too. So,
exactly, and that's the thing. All YouTubers share each other and help each other. But another fellow YouTuber, he's been helping me recently. Right. Of course, he hasn't been doing much in a while, but Jason actually helped me with my bringing some audio issues. I got back and filmed with Foggy Brains again recently. I might want to. I just want to make people laugh, and I want to laugh. So, but I turns out my mic, I haven't done recording in about a whole year or half a year. And I forgot to do some settings, and people don't realize how hard it is to do this record. You got to make sure everything's set up, everything's right, the setting. So I've been teaching myself some equalization and stuff. But Jason's really good at all this. I mean, he's a musician, film editor, and all that. So he helped me out with helping out with the audio. So I re-released the video. I think it was Friday. I think yesterday or the day. It was recently. I re-released a Foggy Brains video. He helped change the audio on it. So.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I'm getting back into doing that. I'm getting back. You asked what I've been up to. Well, oh boy, it's been. Well, you know how life's been over here. I told you, friends and family going through bad stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I still want to try to find a way to save up money, go to the UK by August, I'm hoping. I need a new computer desk. There's actually a furniture store here. It's sort of like an IKEA, but different name for it. It's a Canadian thing. JS something K or something. And they opened up literally up the street from me here, across from where Friendly's convenience store is. There used to be this center. They now are a furniture store. So, and it's really cool, some of the furniture they get going on. So I need a new gaming chair. I need a new computer desk. I need a new computer. Let's be honest, computers are bloody expensive nowadays with the AI boom. As everybody knows, probably knows what's going on there. All the AI data centers are eating up all the RAM.
No.
Well, that's what a stick of RAM that used to be $100 is about $1,000 now. It's like, what? What the
I know.
heck?
It is so dumb.
You know,
It is.
Oh yeah, I can get a 5090 GPU for like maybe $3,000, maybe just the GPU alone without a computer. Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you know. And then CPUs are going up on price now too. External hard drives in general have gone up almost 3 times the price. Like I was going to get an external. I got to get a couple externals because I'm running out of space for putting stuff on. Oh no, that's about $500 of what used to be $100. Like, oh my gosh, what? So this boom has gone way out of hand, you know, and that I can bring that into. It's just going all to hand in every aspect. Like, I mean, look at video games. I never bought a PS5. That's the first PlayStation I had never owned. Because it's never gone down in price. It's actually gone up in price. 6 years in, and it's gone up in price. That's not the way it's supposed to happen. You know, I usually wait
a couple. Fudge, man.
Yeah. Usually a console goes down in price. So nope, it's actually gone up in price since the release. You can now buy it for more. So that's why I do PC gaming now. I'm sticking to PC gaming. It's just cheaper. But everything costs so much because RAM, the GPUs, and everything has gone up to the price of it's not obtainable. But I'm going to still. I do need, as you know, as a graphic designer, you know, also as me, a photo editor and a video editor, I need a faster computer because mine's like 15 years old or whatever, and it's too old to edit 4K. And I'm going to release my film this year. It's going to take forever to edit it at a 4K video. So it's like, luckily it's only 10 minutes. If that was a full-length film, I'd be screwed. I'd need a new computer. So I'm looking into that. I need to get hard drives. I need new monitors and da-da-da. I want to get an e-bike to get around town a little easier on my foot. And just, I'm getting old. It hurts. It hurts to walk around an entire city just to do photography. No, I want to buy, I can't afford to drive. The insurance and gas would be astronomical in this country, you know. Even though, you know, because you live there, Alberta has the third largest oil deposits in the world. It should be shared around this country and to the rest of the world. Canada could easily be one of the biggest power. We need a pipeline all the way from BC, and you guys are the center point, and then all the way to the East Coast, all the way to Halifax, because that would create so much. We'd make a fortune. One, we could sell ourselves our own oil and gas. And wow, gas prices would be cheap in Canada then, and people could drive. But no, I'm getting a little political here.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I mean, we have the highest.
No, that's fine.
We have the highest potash deposits in the world, and many other different things, nickel and stuff, and we have so many natural resources. We'd be a powerhouse if our current government would have actually tapped into it and done something with it. But they're morons. And now I'm not going to argue with you because me and you will disagree. I know you guys are trying to separate. I wish you guys would stay because we have to be united. We actually had a big rally, Canadian rally. When was it? Thursday? A lot of Canadian cities stopped no, it was Saturday. It was yesterday. There was a lot of peaceful rallies across Canada. And it was like, you know, people are pissed off because our government is killing Canada. No, they are. Our government is pathetic. I love my country. I do. But I don't like our government. And I might get in jail now with the new bill that's going to be passed here soon, maybe.
Bill 22.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to say this. I could be arrested for what I'm saying because I'm talking bad about our government. But yet they can't release their files to the public because, you know... Corruption, people. Corruption.
National security, man.
It's corruption. It's not. It's not even. Let's be honest. I'm sorry for venting on this, but it's not even hidden anymore. It's blatant in front of our face. And the fact that and I'm sorry, boomers. I have family that are boomers. My mom and dad, they are so taken aback. They believe everything now. They're so lost. Even my brother and I talked about this. Like, it's hard to get these boomers to believe that they're like. Can't you see it in front of you? We have the highest housing costs in the G7s of all the countries. You look at America, which you guys are amazing price compared to us. It's way overpriced. And the good example, there was where's that, Windsor and the one across the border.
Chicago.
The falls area, Niagara Falls.
Niagara.
Yeah. They price, there was a video that was done pricing the houses on the American side, the Canadian side. There's no comparison. The houses on the Canadian side are like 4 times as much. It's the same type of look. Like, what's going on? Like, it's ridiculous. So it's our country. He's purposely killing it.
It's Trump's fault. It's all Trump's fault.
I'm so sick of that.
Dude.
And I know I'm not the biggest Trump fan of everything he's done. I've admired him for some of the things he's done, 100%. He's done some damn good things. So, you know, like, do you know actual Iranians actually praise him for that because he saved them from a tyrannical government. So their government was bad. It was evil. And actual Iranians were like, thank you. We appreciate it. So, you know, just like in Cuba, what he did down there or wherever it was down some, he actually saved the people from tyrannical governments. But people don't want that, I guess. But anyway, I'm tired of the comparison of Polyev to him too. Polyev is Maple. Was it Mega America? I'm like, no,
Maple
that's
Mega. Yeah.
Like, stop that. You know, stop. Just no. I mean, just. And is he the best we could have too? No, because I've realized a lot of his caucus is actually Indian too. And I'm not saying that's bad if they're here legally, okay, but he seems to cater to the people a little bit too much. So we don't really have.
They all do.
Yeah, and it drives me nuts. And I'm like, no, we need Canadians in there. You know, if you're, like I said, if you're here legally, 100%, but most of them aren't, and most of them.
No,
I'm not going to say. Okay, screw it. I'm going to say it. Me and my brother were talking.
No, say it. Go ahead.
And they seem to bring the lowest of the low over, like the ones that are. Can I use the R word over here? Can I use the R word?
Yes.
Some of them are retarded.
You can
They're not. They have an
yes.
intelligent factor of like 70. And I'm not saying I know some amazing Indian people that are highly intelligent and amazing people. I call them friends. They're not religious at all. I know a guy from Iran. What an amazing man! I get to work for him, and he actually might come back to Canada again because Iran's not the safest place in the world right now. But he was like a CEO of a company, and amazing man. So I'm not downing on Indians at all. I've had some good friends that are Indian, but. The Muslim religion is disgusting. Exactly. Sharia law should not be allowed. Blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm not going to go heavy into that. I know. Funny enough, part of me is catering, and you might be shocked by this, but I kind of let my old wanting to go Christian again is coming back to me a little bit because I'm just frustrated to the way the world is going, and the Crusades need to happen.
Good.
But, you know, I'm just. It's too.
That is
it's coming.
Good.
It's too much.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's too much one way. There's too much hate.
It is.
Like. We can see the Catholic Church. How many Catholic churches are being set on fire? Why is nobody up in arms about that? So, you know, it's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like all of Paris.
There we go. See, like Vince says.
Oh yeah, no, because we're not going to be able to here soon. So, even though they'll backlog this and say, "Hey, you said this that day. You're in jail." Oh, tough, whatever. It's just Canada's losing. We're losing our privacy. We have no in. And people say, "If I got nothing to hide," it's not the point. People, you have no independence and privacy. That's not a country. What's the term? What would that be? That's not a. There's no freedoms there. No, it's
a dictatorship.
Yes, thank you. That was the term I was looking for.
A dictatorship.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Our country has fallen to hell. I don't like where Canada's going. And funny enough, did you see what happened in the UK this past weekend? Yesterday, Tommy, whatchamacallit?
Yes.
They were in the millions.
Tommy Robinson.
Like it was like 30-some million. Like literally, half the country or most of the country, people are pissed. They're like, no, their leadership hopefully gets overturned. I'm hoping they can overturn them. Their leadership is killing that country. No, you know, that's where your character came from. I know what was the one, her name? Amala or whatever, the British UK AI girl. Amelia. She was amazing. Amelia. She started a revolution. It was well done. It's like, bravo, because it's fighting again. And now I'm hearing a lot of stuff here in North America, like in the States. A lot of these people want, you got to get rid of your dogs. What? No, dogs are the angels don't visit. Dogs are angels, people. Dogs are angels on our planet. I don't have one, but I always wanted a dog. No, dogs are beautiful creatures that are loyal to no end to your own, you know, and they will care for you. And cat, I could say cats in the same too, but dogs are loyal creatures. And the fact that they want all dogs out of homes, just like they want some people to, you know, you can't serve pork. Well, just don't buy it. Why do they can't serve? What about those that like to eat pork? You know, you can't eat pork on our Ramadan or whatever. Well, how about don't you just do that? You know, why does everybody else have to cater and bow to you? No.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, I have a
it's
lot
always
of.
about the other person.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
always about kowtowing to us, and we're not going to budge whatsoever. We're going to make sure that you do exactly what we say, or there will be trouble. You know, it's like, no, screw you. You're
And I'm not.
basically, you know what? You're guests here and in this
Yes.
country, and guests do not make demands in somebody else's home, because that's not the way it goes. It's, you know, you don't become demanding when you're a guest in somebody else's home. That's just not proper etiquette. I'm sorry. You know, it's like if I came to your home and it's like, Tom, you know, these facilities are not good for me while I'm staying here. I demand that you get me a waterbed that's 72 inches wide, and I want the waterbed heated, and only the finest down sheets will do.
Wow,
From Europe.
That reference, a lot of millennials and Gen Z say, "What's a waterbed?"
Yeah, it's like, yeah, right. What
That's
is
so
this
old.
legendary
I've
thing?
been on a waterbed.
Waterbed? There's oh man, I love waterbeds.
Oh, trust me, Gap. My
But no,
my
you
cats
just-
were the
you
most
don't do
loyal and
that.
loving, but they had their own attitudes too. But yeah, no, you don't. And that's like, I'm sorry if it's kind of funny. Do you know people in Saudi Arabia said, "We're sending you our worst." Notice they don't go to them because they won't let them in there. They don't want them in Dubai
No,
or whatever.
exactly.
They don't want these people there because they're like,
Yeah.
no, we don't want them here because they're the lowest of the low. We're just gonna send them to you guys. We'll let them. You guys can have them.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying, people, be like Poland. Poland did it right. They didn't allow them in. And look at Poland.
That's right.
Has a super low crime rate. Great. They're prospering. And if you're there legally, again, that's a different story. Being there legally, 100%. If you're there to assimilate and go for the culture. If I went to those countries and didn't act the way, you know, be respectful to them, I'd be murdered. I wouldn't be alive today. That's a given.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And I'm sorry.
100%.
But now we
100%.
got and even put it this way, I even watched a video recently. Texas is like the most red state there is. Even I think parts of Texas has fallen to them. Do you know there was one city, the Sharia city?
It's the cities.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That literally the whole city was based
It
on
is.
Sharia law. It's like, what? Like, yeah, no, they've taken over in parts of Texas. It's like, that's scary. Sharia law should never exist. No, that can't be allowed to happen in our country. And no, it needs to go away.
No.
And if you're a practicing Muslim, and I'm sorry, the way I'm going to say this right now, and this is no disrespect to Muslims that are against it, because there are some Muslims that are against this. To me, if you're truly against it,
Exactly.
speak out, fight against it. Don't just be quiet, because they're quiet. They stay quiet. They're like, they don't say anything. No, you need to fight against that. If you believe in your religion is peaceful, then follow it, change it. Believe it or not, just like in Christianity, there was the Old Testament and then there was the New Testament. You know, do you know that you couldn't eat shellfish at one point? Divorce was instead of stones and that. They changed it for modern times. That sometimes the Bible has to be altered to cater to the modern times. That's just the way of the world. That's just, have to cater to, change the Quran.
It's not so it's not so much that it has to be changed. It's just that we had the Reformation,
Yeah.
right? And the thing is, about not eating, say, for example, shellfish and stuff like that. It's mainly to set the Jewish people apart from like us Gentiles, so to speak. But the thing is, in Christianity, we had the Reformation. And where it's like, no, it's not about like one person, which would, at that time, during Martin Luther's time, about one person, like, i.e. the Pope at that time, wielding absolute power. This was about everybody having access, and because during that time, for like the longest time, the only way you sort of kind of knew what was going on in the Bible is because all the priests were speaking Latin, And it's kind of like the way lawyers are, right? The only way you understand any kind of like legalese nowadays is you have to take it to a lawyer. Why? Because the lawyers kind of invented that quote unquote language, so only they can understand it. If you catch my drift. And it was the same way. It was the same way during that time, right? The only way that you could understand the Bible, because it was written in Latin, is that if you spoke Latin, which were the priests at the time. So Martin Luther is like, no, everybody should have access to the Bible, and and he made startling revelations to what was actually in there. And it's like, everybody needs to know about this. And you know what the thing is that this needs to happen in the Muslim community. They need a reformation,
100%
of some sort.
Because I've met some people that are practicing Muslims are against that, but I'm like, I haven't said it to them, but I'm like, they're nice people. They're really good people. I'm like, well, but why are you not against what these extremists are? The Islamists are. It's Islamophobe. No, Islam is not a good state. It's not something that needs to come to North America. No, it's dangerous. I've and parts of the Quran. But what was her name? Aisha? What was her name? Muhammad. Muhammad is the prophet. He married a 6-year-old girl, and that's the writings of this young girl. And then she was consummated at 9. So what? That's what you want to perpetuate? Yeah. You want, and I don't understand how the females, they talk about it. It's good. No, it's not good, people. Like,
no, it's not.
How are you defending that? Like Aisha, no, it's not good. And then there was recently this. I don't know where in the world it happened. I think it was in the States. The guy had a 9-year-old boy, and he said it was good in our culture. What? Do you probably heard about that? He took the it's disgusting. Yeah. But he got off with it, I think. Literally, they let him get away with it, and I think like, what the heck? He should be in jail for what happened. And then it's they don't want to hurt their status. No, I don't want people like that in my country. I'm sorry.
Precisely. It's you know what? Because Japan, and now you look at Japan.
They're fighting against it.
And what they yes. Yeah. And what they're saying there, it's like, you know what? No. You're not even gonna be burying your people here.
No.
It's like, screw you. You can go bury them in their land, in your land, far, far away. We don't even want your dead here. Like, damn, dude, that's hardcore.
Now, and I love the Japanese culture.
Like, you're gonna have to ship a body, all the way to like Saudi Arabia, for example. And it's like, shit, man.
It's I don't know. Anyway. And again, I'm not against Indians at all. There's amazing Indian people out there. I've been friends with some of them. I cared about some of them. Heck,
oh yeah,
I love one of them. He's an amazing friend. He hired me as a job. What a good man from Iran. Amazing man. I had nothing but love for that guy. He was amazing. Yep. And he believed in me and gave me an opportunity, and helped me with some stuff. And I was like, yay, thank you. So, but it's the certain beliefs of the Sharia law. It should not be allowed. Forcing other religions down. No, that's control. That's demonic. That's something that shouldn't exist. So
it is.
Yeah, no, it's just
it's oppression is essentially.
Yes, it is. And if you're a true Muslim and you want to get away from that, start speaking out. Be vocal. Don't hide against no. Realize that parts of that Quran are not good. And if you want to have, as you said, what happened, you need to realize. And no. It's just
Yeah, because if you're well-educated, just go ahead and kill everybody willy-nilly if they don't believe the same thing you do. You don't get to say that. That's the religion of peace. I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry. Remember, I was left many years ago in the 80s and 90s, and I'm not left anymore because the left the left scares me. I'm a straight white male that's in the center, and I have friends. I was in that community at one time. Nothing against the community, because some of the LGB community, we're going to say. We're not going to add the T because I'm done with that. That community has some good people. That the older statesmen of that community are actually good people, but they're like quiet now. That I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't. They're a bunch of weirdos. Go away. So, and I'm going to say this right now. I know there's a Catholic church here locally. One of the girl that does the choiring stuff, she's openly a lesbian, and they love her because she's a very devout Catholic. She's very believe in God and Jesus. She's extreme, but that's who she is. But she's accepted. They love her. She's the head of the church, you know. But guess what? If you were Muslim in that, and they throw you off a roof. So, you know, and that's why I don't understand this. Gays for Palestine. You people are mentally retarded. I'm sorry. I'm going to use the term. You are. No, you'd be dead. You'd be murdered. You do know that, right?
You would.
No.
Yes.
Right? They want you dead. They don't care for that. Yet you're going to support them. And then now I'm finding videos of women, like lesbians, going over there. I tried to be in Sharia law and they beat me. Like, what did you expect? Are you stupid? Like,
exactly.
oh
it's like really, honestly, you gotta stop. You know what? Maybe this is just the only way that they find out. Maybe it just
it's
hasn't
sad.
happened that way.
I'm sorry that they have to go through that. Nobody deserves to get beaten and stuff. But if that's going to hopefully open your mind and say, maybe we were wrong. Maybe we need to just come back and there was a video recently posted. I'm going to go off topic away from the Sharia law for a second. There was this woman, and she was a lesbian. She's like, oh, it's so hard to be in the States, okay, because we have the same rights as straight people, but we can all get married and stuff. But no, wait, no, listen. And then we can. And then she goes on a bunch of points, and she says, oh wait, it's not. America's the best place to be gay because we can be free. So we love America. And she was a big Trump supporter. And I was like, oh, I love how she played it. It was so perfect. She just said all these points and it turned around. It's like, oh, wait, no, we can be gay in our country because they won't do anything to us. You know, and actually, little known fact, Trump actually has gay friends. He put on gay weddings. You're not going to create a genocide, you idiots. That's not going to happen.
Yes,
no, that doesn't happen. America. He actually is openly for that. He's stuff. They make that bullshit. It's just some of these extreme leftists are just, they make stuff up now. And it's like, no, Trump is not a hater of people in that community. He actually has friends in that. Like, where do you make this stuff up? You're not going to die. There's no genocide. And yeah, now, was there, I wouldn't call it a genocide. There was a lot of trans people being killed. One, it was mostly trans black people. They were in the adult entertainment, meaning they were prostitutes. And they were getting married. That's why that was happening, because it was the life they were living. It's nothing to do with what they were. It's how they do, you know, hello, people. But nobody likes to use common sense and break things down of why things happen. You know, it's like,
well, no, because common sense isn't even common anymore. So,
oh my gosh.
But you know what? Okay, okay, here, 1 sec, because first of all, I'm gonna go back for.
I'm venting a lot today. Oh God, I will.
Everybody is. You needed this, buddy. Like I said, you needed this.
I'm going to grab a water while you check that thing.
To quote Rowan Atkinson, says Vincent, I love curry, but now that we have to recipe. Oh yeah. Exactly. Pat Wannabe says, yeah, there used to be a saying, someone needs to beat some sense into you. Exactly, man. Pat Wannabe also says, in some of those countries only certain people are allowed to travel. Right, exactly. We here would only see the richest people from those countries, which is a fraction of the 1%. Yeah, true. So, and yes, Vincent, true. Trump was the first president candidate that was in full of LGBT rights and people. Well,
yes,
yeah, which is some would say actually very odd, but you know what? Here's the thing: you got to realize that people are people, and what they're gonna do, it doesn't need to be moderated or
what you're doing in your own bedroom is fine. Just don't include the children.
Limited, exactly, right. And the thing is, yeah, people like that exist. Do they need their own special days or own special laws or anything like that? No. But unfortunately, we have some countries that do the whole hate law crap, which is ridiculous. By the way,
Rowan Atkinson, if you know who that is, that's Mr.
Hate
Bean.
Is perspective. Yeah,
that was I love Rowan Atkinson.
Oh yeah, totally.
His stand-up is amazing.
But here's the thing. There was something I saw earlier on a few hours ago on YouTube. I'm gonna try to find out because this is scary. No, you know what? I shouldn't say it's
Oh,
scary.
no.
It's not scary per se. Yeah. I'm not gonna give the link out. But then again, I mean, I can back up what I'm saying easily. Okay, but this was was it in was it in Tennessee? I thought it was California. Okay, hold on a second here.
I was about to go to another aspect that's driving me nuts, but I'll wait till you show that.
Yeah, Tennessee Valley Unitarian Universalist Church. Yeah, so it's I guess a Unitarian. It's really weird. Unitarian Universalist Church. I don't even know if to take this seriously or whatever. So anyway, they were having a streamed live sermon today, actually about 4 hours ago. And anyway, and I thought, this is like really, really interesting. They got this Reverend Lore Stevens, who's a minister at the Oak Ridge Unitarian Universalist Church. And apparently he was going on giving a sermon about how they continue to witness the oppression of transgender, non-binary, and gender expansive people.
Oh.
This is in a church, folks.
Yeah, no.
And how they honor the choice of how to express oneself and the risk to be known. And oh my God, the thing is, first of all, I'm sorry to say this if it hurts anybody's fifis out there, but this kind of crap, you know what? Okay, no, I'm gonna rephrase this way because now I'm gonna end up going on a rant myself too. Okay, you know what? A church should not deny anybody. Okay,
No.
they shouldn't deny anybody. Okay, it doesn't matter if you are the smelliest, dirtiest bum that came off the streets, or the most flamboyantly gay person out there as well.
If you want to practice, you have the right to practice and believe. Yes,
exactly. Jesus, God accepts anybody. However, you have to turn away from what you've been doing in the worldly sense. Okay, there are rules to to what you should be doing with your life and what you shouldn't be doing with your life.
I can break that down better for you if you want to be safe, but I know what you're trying to say, I think so. I'm going to add to that when you're done.
You know what? So. This is not about God controlling you. It has nothing to do with control. It's about how should I put it? Letting go of what you've been doing on in an earthly sense. Okay, because the thing is, the Torah, or the Bible. Technically, the Torah means teaching. Right.
Yeah.
And essentially it's teaching you to live a better life, because let's put it in one sense of the word. Okay. Having to watch yourself in what you say and what you do. Let's say if you're of the liberal sounding mindset, like you put so many restrictions on yourself of what you can say, how you can say it, even to the point of what you should probably wear, or even have to watch yourself with the people that you have to initiate with, right? But but even if you do that, I mean, you look at most of these people and what they post, and it's like it ends up filling you up with such vitriol and hatred that it comes to a point that you never even get out of it. and you have to let it go. You can't. You have to see that even that type of lifestyle is backwards. It's totally backwards, and it even from a natural point of view, it's even backwards. Even if you were to believe in evolution, right? It's like even that is nonsensical in a way. But I mean, the point is that God has a point. God has a reason why you're on this earth. Everybody has a purpose, but it's just that you have to let him reveal that purpose in your life. You know what?
No.
I'm not going to say everything's going to be, like sunshine and lollipops after that. I'm not. It can be a very
I want
life.
lollipops. No,
You know?
Anyway.
Well, yeah, no, so do I, right? but you got to see that, with some of the stuff they're even teaching in some churches. It's like some churches have just gone so phenomenally left. It is so dangerous.
No, exactly.
Damn.
Can I add my 2 cents
Anyway.
on here? Just an opinion, quick side.
You may, because that's
The
also why you're here.
LGBT community. Let's get rid of. I'll add the T on there, but I'm going to explain why. Now, there's too many acronyms. Did you see the one that native girl did recently? The it was like 20 letters. It was to do with the killed.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! I just my head hurts. So, and we became a joke of the country. And it's just funny, too. The NDP did a rally recently, and they had that short, blonde-haired leader that was a they, them. I have a point. They have to raise their card. It's a point of privilege card. Oh, my gosh. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Wow. We've gone full Monty Python.
No, true. Oh, we have totally.
Yeah. But now,
okay, first of all, let's see. Gap says, okay, now Mike, there's a there are some problematic texts in the Torah. Yeah, in today's society, yeah, they would say that because they literally have done that here in Canada, right? It's all about the Bill C-22 freaking hate speech stuff. It's basically like saying, parts of the Bible are problematic and hate speech. So it's an attack on Christianity, essentially. And
hey, the return of the train.
Cheek fins. What I'm concerned about. Yeah, exactly right. Now it's your train this time. Okay, and Vince says, love thy neighbor. Okay, there is love thy neighbor, and then there is accepting what they are doing. 2 different ponies. Well, it is true. Yes, I mean, you're not. You shouldn't hate anyone. Hate is a very strong word.
Yeah.
Sometimes, obviously, we can't help it. We can hate.
I just like a lot of people nowadays, but it's like,
yeah, I can hate what a person is doing, and and you know what? There are just some people I just love to hate, but you're and this is what makes it so hard. But you're not going to win any with being hateful. I suppose that's
but oddly enough,
best way to put it.
Let me bring this up. One of the most hateful groups out there is the left, because for some stupid reason, the left doesn't. If a person detransition, realize I'm not trans, I'm detrans, they all of a sudden shun them. Well, why don't you love them? Why don't you help them in their detransition? No, we hate them all of a sudden because they don't fit with their ideology. What the hell? You sick, and then you call everybody a fascist, and they praise when Charlie Kirk was murdered. You praise murder. You sick people. Charlie was an amazing man. I might not have even agreed with it. I loved his show. I was a subscriber long before he made him famous. I was like, I like this guy. He didn't deserve to die. He was a good man who had but no, it is what it is. There's weirdos out there. Now about the T, we'll add the T. The LGB thing that was there. It was that most of the time back even pride parades in the 80s. Do you know what that was about? That was about equality. That was about wanting to be equal, marriage, taxes, all that. But then that was achieved. Then it became a debauchery. Then it became a debauchery where there were people being naked in public. No, you've gone too far. You've taken it. And a lot of people that used to be in these parades don't go anymore. Like, it's disgusting now. It doesn't represent what it meant.
It is.
It used to be about wanting equality, wanting this and acceptance, and just to live a quiet life, not to be in people's faces. And now going on to the T part. There actually is still good transsexuals. What it is, it's called gender dysphoria. It's a mental issue. And sometimes when they're an adult, like Buck Angel, he transitioned. Well, and I'll say he because I respect him, but he was a woman, transitioned when he was 29, and now he's like in his 50s. He hates the modern society. He hates it. He hates that they include kids and that. Oh, he speaks out against so much, and I admire him. But he's like, I'm a transsexual. This transgender stuff is BS. It's made up. It's not real. It doesn't. It's gender dysphoria. And now nowadays you get a whole family saying, "Oh, my family is transgender." No, that's not real. That's mental health. That's bad mental health.
It is.
And the fact that you're transitioning your children. One woman even said, "I knew they were trans before they were born." No, you're mentally ill.
No, you didn't.
You shouldn't have a child.
No,
that child should be taken from
Exactly.
you. You shouldn't be allowed to have that child.
No, you
know, no.
didn't. It's like these stupid celebrities that go on.
Oh yeah.
And say, well, like my son and my daughters, and they're all transgender. It's like, you know what the probability of something like that,
It's
even
like
if it were true,
2%,
would happen.
0.2%. It's rare. Gender dysphoria is a real mental issue, and even Buck said no. It's because we feel not right with how we're born. But even Buck said, "I'll always be a woman. When they find my bones, they'll know I was a woman." But he lives as a man, and I appreciate. I'll say him. Same with Blair White. She transitioned when she was like whatever, but she's like, no, I'm a man still. They find my bones, I'll be known as a man, and no, and
Yes,
the number of commonality of all these ones too, they're like, leave the kids alone. You don't be giving kids hormones and no, because you're ruining them. Now they're realizing, do you know more detransitioners or people that realize that they thought they were trans are killing themselves? The suicide rate amongst them is higher than anything.
Yes.
It is. It's hugely high because they've ruined their life. They've altered a body part that doesn't exist, and now you're messed. You've taken chemicals that give you osteoporosis, and to the worst, they make you sterile. They'll make you sterile. You'll never be able to have kids. Like a woman transition to man, no, you're screwed. Never. You can't have kids again. So, and a lot of them are ending themselves. Now, I follow one. Her name is Chloe Cole. She was put on drugs at, I think, at 11, or maybe it was 13, and then at 11, and I think she had her breasts removed at 13. She was just a lesbian who likes sports, and she actually is detransitioned. And she was on Jordan Peterson, and he interviewed her, and he asked her. He said, "What did the medical doctors, like the psychiatrist?" She said they didn't really do anything. They just, I was accepted, and I think she sued the dog. Now she travels the country talking against it. She's a young woman, but she'll never be the same. She says, my chests are always infected. She'll never be able to have kids anymore, I don't think. Like, she's speaking out against it, and I admire her. Chloe, she's only like 20, in her 20s now, and she speaks against it, and she's trying to travel the country fighting it. She's very political now, and I admire her. She's like, no, I was not. I was just a lesbian who liked sports. But no, I was considered a man, they said. And it's like, no, there's something bigger going on, and it might even be considered evil. So, yeah.
Might?
Yeah, I know. But like I said,
I think it's definitely
yeah, it is evil.
No, I know what you mean.
No, I know. But like I said, gender dysphoria is real. And if somebody wants to live quietly as herself, and you're an adult and you want to transition, and you're not forcing them to, go ahead. If you're an adult, and if it helps you mentally, I have nothing against it. Like I said, a Buck Angel, I'll respect him, and I will say him because he's against a lot of this modern stuff. Like he said, it's transsexual. And yes, gender dysphoria is the main reason why. It's like, yes, exactly. But a lot of them deny that. I'm sorry. Here's a person wearing a beard and still wearing a dress saying, I'm my own self. I'm a woman. No, you're not. Do you have a man's piece?
No,
you're not a woman. You're a guy wearing a dress. That's all. Oh, I'm a woman. Shut up. You're mentally ill. So go away.
Yeah. We should have never closed down the insanitary.
No, 100. 100 effing percent. Center cares and places like that need to be brought back. 100%. They do. We need to have people in padded rooms. And,
we do.
We need
loony bins again. We do.
Can I bring up another
100%.
point
I'm
away
not-
from
I'm not-
this?
Good. Yes.
We're getting
See, because
political
this
today.
is what I miss. This is what I
Damn
miss.
it!
Oh yeah, we're.
I have fatigue. A different community is giving me fatigue, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
My might.
Yes, and people of color actually are against it too. There's actually most of them are like, we hate our community. The ghetto culture has to go. I'm sick. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I know amazing. We're totally going off on a different tangent now. But why is ghetto culture hugely popular in the States right now? Why?
You know what? It's so weird that it is.
I watched
in the first place.
Like I watched the Hodge, the Hodge twins. You ever watch those? Those guys are funny as heck.
Oh, I love them.
And
Love
they
those
make
guys.
fun of the black community because, and I have, yes, you're claiming, yes, I do actually have black friends, but they're not like that. They're actually intelligent. They live a good life. They don't speak like, no, they actually live. And guess what? You can still live in the ghetto and get out and be a success. You just have to work hard. Oh, white people keeping us down. No, it's not the white people. Well, you want reparations. No, nobody owes you yeah, we have a good show. No, sorry guys, we're not stealing it. But no, it's like, no.
We got damn good show.
I love those guys. Those two are awesome. And they'll fight between each other. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, those two are amazing.
Yeah.
But no, I'm serious. That's another thing that's driving me crazy in North America, especially in North America nowadays. It's being forced. I'm supposed to feel bad because I'm white. Up your hole. No, I don't feel bad because I'm white. Yeah, you're not supposed to be. Why? I can be proud. If you're allowed to be proud, why can't I be proud? I'm not racist against anybody. I'm glad I'm white. Do I have any privilege? No, I'm a starving artist who's poor, who can barely eat some days. Where's my privilege? Where white privilege? Up your hole. Up your ass. I'm sorry. No, there's no such thing as white privilege. And actually, I follow some amazing black YouTubers. There's this young guy. He's a really smart young gentleman. He has a degree in he got his degree, but he even admits like I got the opportunity because I was black. Now he's against a lot of this stuff, but he's like I got this opportunity because I was black. Because it's harder. White people get treated like garbage. You'll get hired more because you're black. You'll get more college opportunities because of that. And that's why Charlie approached this sometimes. And this is what pissed me off. Charlie was not racist. Do you know his community, his company? I forget the name of it now. They actually helped the black community. So they did. They helped the black community. And funny enough, this actually, I read this 2 days ago. Do you know the leader of the BML movement? Turned out they've laundered millions of dollars in their own pocket. They didn't give it to the black communities.
Oh, yeah,
they didn't. It turns out they kept the millions for themselves.
They got themselves all fancy houses.
Yeah, exactly. They did. None of it went to innocent homes. Sorry, I'm just,
No, it's fine. It's fine. Gap says, I love my huge circles. I would never get rid of them. Yes, this is a joke. Well, they're more like orbs, more like spheres.
Spheres.
So, no, don't get rid of them. You need those. And Vince said, I said it before and I'll say it again. There are no more tomboys anymore.
Yes. Sorry. I'm going to say this.
Trans. Exactly.
That's so stupid.
Exactly.
I know many friends that are tomboys. They're female, they're lesbian, but they're tomboys. I like sports. They're fun to hang out with. It's like, but now if they were on the extreme left, you're a man. No, stop. Oh my gosh!
Well, that's the thing, right? Yes. It's either. Well, then that means you have, like you said, like then you should have been a man, or you should have been or you should be a lesbian because
or a guy's a little bit effeminate, which exists
because you're acting like a guy. It's like
no, that means you're a woman.
It's because some girls,
you're just a feminine guy.
Exactly.
Whatever.
It just means some girls just like to do boy stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that.
They wanted to wipe out
girls.
They wanted to wipe out the LGB community. They just want the T. They just wanted the T.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. Let's see. Gap says, I want toys, preparations for some of the poorly made figures I had to buy. I would like to give people who ask for reparations not money, but a plane ticket back to Africa. BLM buy larger mansions. Yeah, right.
And to people remember,
okay.
I'm going to bring out some very interesting points. Do you know the blacks get sold by a fellow of Africans? White people couldn't go to Africa at the time because of malaria and other diseases. We didn't have the shots back then. So it was black people selling their own into slavery. So and guess what? There was black slave owners. And by the way, it was the whites that ended slavery. Hate to break it to you, it was the white people
Yes.
that ended slavery. And guess what? Slavery still exists in certain black countries.
What?
Anyway. Yeah, it's still to this day.
I'm calling shenanigans on that statement, Thomas.
I like I tell people, go to Google, do your research. But
yeah. But then again, Google is like, changing information as it is anyway.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
speaking, there we go. So here's another good topic because speaking of malaria and stuff like that. Okay, so hantavirus.
Oh no. I'm not masking.
Come on.
I had to wear the mask the entire time yesterday at the hospital while I was waiting to get my foot looked at. I'm like, why am I wearing a mask?
Oh my God, really?
And you can smell your
right?
like
the problems with my foot, not my mask.
Yeah, but everybody had masks on. I'm like, oh God, this is stupid.
Oh God, here we go again.
I'm not getting any shots this time. No,
don't please. No. Apparently 4 people now have been detained in British Columbia that apparently were on that cruise allegedly.
Okay. Sorry.
Because we know how the government likes to make up stuff. Okay, just saying. But they're being in quarantine for 21 days, even though, from what they said, this hantavirus has an incubation period of I believe something like double that. It's like so if they get a quarantine for 21 days, and this incubation period is longer than that, then are you releasing them into the wild after 21 days?
So that means you guys should be held accountable. We could sue them then for doing that.
Totally.
By their logic,
totally. Yeah. So what I plan to do is I'm going to download that video clip, and if something horribly goes wrong, then we know the person who to blame.
Yeah.
Because they were in charge of all this. So, and then I will, we should all sue the province of British Columbia for letting them out early. There we go.
And by the way, just on a quick note, on a safety note, as a producer and a guy that none of us are racist here. I have friends of all colors, creeds, and sexes and everything, but I'm just tired of the left's one view-minded thing. They're extremists. They want things done their way. They're not about common sense. So it's nothing to do with. I know amazing people of color that are dear friends of mine. Actually, one of them was my college friend. She was an amazing. Oh gosh, she was funny as hell. I loved her to death. And and I have many friends of different colors around the world and different sexes around the world. I'm just tired of this one ideology and and forcing certain cultures on people and this and that and hating on white people and hating because you're this or that. It's just the world needs to change. But as for the virus, let's go back there. Want me to tell my quick story about the COVID thing?
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Let
a photographer.
people know.
I'm a photographer, 100%. I love photography. I've decided to do this. This is my life, and a filmmaker now too. I'm hoping to get my film out here this year on a festival. But I had a few wedding jobs set up back in 2020. I think that's when it all started, if I'm not mistaken. I had a couple wedding jobs. Finally, weddings. Yes, that would have been like $2,000-3,000 a job. Like, damn, that would have been nice. So, but then stupid Canada rule. All of a sudden, out of the blue, oh, you can't go to a wedding unless you have the shot. No, don't. Nope, couldn't go. I lost those jobs because I didn't have the shot. I made a life choice, and do I regret it? Yes. I said, you know what? This is my career. This is what I'm living for. I'll die for it. So I got the shot just for that. I didn't want it. I fought against it, but I said I need to be a photographer. Yeah. I want to be a photographer. I got the shot, and now some people it's because of the diabetes, but it's just funny that 4 days after is when my eyes started to bleed after the first shot. Literally, my eyes started bleeding 4 days after. Like. Why did it activate 4 days after? Why didn't it happen like before that? Well, if it was a diabetic, it is a diabetic issue, and that's how it's controlled. That's why I have to get needles in my eyes every 8 weeks, every 6 weeks now, because the new chemicals aren't as strong. So
I hate that for you.
Yeah, I'm used. Hey, I'm going to say right now, my eye doctor is she's actually helped she saved my life. Like, she's an amazing, Erin Demings. I don't know if I should say her name attached with everything, but she is an amazing woman. I give her, she saved me. So, she's helped me so much. So, but I got to get my needles in my eyes. But it was funny. It was 4 days after the shot. I lost the wedding jobs regardless anyway. I couldn't because I couldn't see. I was messed up.
Yeah.
So I had to start over, and I was like, oh, my career just fell out the table. I was going to get a motorbike license that year finally. With that money I was going to make. I was like, yay, I'm going to drive. Nope, I just lost my eyesight, And so it's because of the stupid shot. And I got both of them. I got 2 of them because you're supposed to have a second one. And then it's like, but then everything still fell through. So I didn't get any boosters after that. I was like, nope, I'm done. You can shove that up your ass. It's not good. So it just seemed too coincidental that 4 days after, I'll never forget it. It was a Sunday. I was walking right behind Romano's Pizza, and all of a sudden I see black lines in my eyes. And I'm like, what is that? And that's when this all started, and I've been kind of messed up ever since. My eyes are dirty. Right now, my eye bled twice in the last 5 months. So, because of the new chemicals aren't as strong. And that's not my doctor's fault. It's just, that's what the government gives. So we didn't know. So that's why it's every 6 weeks now instead of every week. So. But
that's creepy, man. That's what just what you said. That's because that's what the government gives.
Yeah, government only allows some stuff.
Yeah, to me that's just creepy, man. God.
But yeah, no, it was just funny that it happened 4 days after I got the shot. People, it's not the shot, it's your diabetic. No, it just seems too coincidental. But I guess I can't put that in a lawsuit though, because it just didn't, but I should be on that lawsuit thing too, but whatever. But yeah, no, I'm against anything to do with a shot. I'm not. You got to wear masks. If I got to go to the grocery store and wear it, I'm gonna have to because I need food. So, but I have a feeling they're gonna set that up again where you're gonna line up at a grocery store, only 3 people allowed in at a time, and oh god, this is gonna suck.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be so freaking retarded. I told my son the other day. I said if they try to pull this crap again. In the back, I got a Tyvek suit, and I got a dust mask. Like one of these professional dust masks, and and it's got the Tyvek suit with the hood and stuff like that on. And I am going to literally run into a grocery store, and I'm going to. Oh man, I'm gonna call a full-blown emergency and get everybody to just run out.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. I am. I will videotape it, if I can, and because I am done with this bull crap. I'm done with it, and I don't think a lot of people are going to be falling for it. The only obvious people that are going to be falling for it again are the sheeple out there.
Yeah, it's just, but sadly, and I'm gonna again, no offense, but the boomers are sold out. They're all brainwashed now, and it's so sad. A lot of the boomers will cater. Like my parents, I love my parents, I do, but they believe when what CBC says. They'll mask up, and then and a lot of the boomers in general. But it's sad when I see the young people doing it. I'm on the bus recently, and this guy's wearing a mask. He's not coughing. He's not thing. I don't hear him sniffling. Like, why are you wearing a mask? Oh, just stop. It's just they're brainwashed, And there's some people that never stopped. There's some people that never stopped wearing masks since COVID. They wear it constantly out in public now.
I noticed that. I noticed that actually the other day, when we were going to this one particular job site. There was this Chinese lady. She was just wearing a mask in her car, and it's like it is the most bizarre thing. It's like, really,
in her car by herself. And by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. And by the way, Vince, I'm going to bring this up. He toppled exactly how many healthy athletes suddenly toppled, had heart attacks in the middle of a football field.
Yes.
Children and they had KG, whatever those things, heart monitors brought into schools in elementary. Why do they need that in an elementary school? Yeah. And then they say, and I hate this. I seen this in the last year. The COVID shot felt to help prevent heart attacks. No, it didn't. It actually caused more. How stupid do you think people are? You idiots. No. Oh my gosh. No, it killed people. Yeah. There's lawsuits now. Funny enough, Pfizer and them admitted that, there's side effects now. They actually had to admit to it. They had to say, turns out there's side effects.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. Because you released a drug that was untested. And yeah. Oh boy.
I don't even think it was a drug. I really honestly believe this. I
Yeah.
really honestly believe that it was not a vaccine whatsoever. I don't believe it was a drug whatsoever. I think it's filled with something to do something to people. You know what? And I don't know what. I don't even care what. It's just the simple fact that I don't trust them.
No, not anymore.
You know?
They've lost their trust.
No.
The way the world has gone and what has been done. No, I don't either. I don't.
Exactly. See, here's the weird thing, and this is kind of what I foresee happening, right? Is that the more people that wake up to certain events, let's just put it this way, that go on in the world. It doesn't matter what country you're in whatsoever, you know, but eventually you're going to how should I put it? You're going to make people more and more, for lack of a better term, more conservative minded.
Yeah.
You know, or put them on the road towards that kind of thing. Of thinking more critically, more carefully, right? So like, but I'm sure that these wackadoos that do this kind of thing to people, obviously they get their jollies off of it. But the thing is, I'm sure that, you know, these people that do this in the first place, I'm sure they realize that. So that being said, what's the end game?
Yeah, that's the part I'm curious about too. What's the end game? Where
to even yeah, because if you know you're going to end up changing people's thinking that, you know, probably used to be of a more, you know, quote unquote liberal mindset, right, of just accepting everything, to making them more critically minded and start questioning society and the way things are and blah 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 blah, then like I said, yeah, then obviously they know this. So what are they hoping to achieve anyway if they know that eventually the people are more than likely going to turn on them?
Well, good example.
Right?
I follow another black YouTuber, Amala. She's an amazing young woman. She's like in her 20s. She's actually having a baby now. She used to be extreme left. She even admits that. Like, I was one of them. And I eventually just woke up and smartened up. And now she's a conservative. And she's against all that. And I love her YouTube channel. She's such an intelligent woman. She's having a baby. And she's like, yeah, they'd be against me having a baby because, you know, families and stuff. And, you know, and there was recently a game released called Pragmata. It looks amazing. And it was,
I heard about
it is
that.
making some people wanting to have kids again. Men wanting to have kids. And there was some extreme leftists that were like, you guys are creepy, blah, 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 blah. And is there creepy people out there? Yes, they exist. 100%. We're not going to deny that. But the majority, actually, there's one gentleman. He was a 55-year-old gentleman. His 8-year-old daughter passed away of disease. He said it reminded him of his 8-year-old daughter, and he cried playing it. But he was so happy. And it looks like a fun game, too. I'm looking to get it. But it's like, it makes you want to have a kid. You protect this young little robot that's like 8 or 9 years old. And, you know, and then it's like all of a sudden that people say a bunch of incels, men don't have protective code. Men aren't. Shut up, you idiots. What are you? Society wants to dredge people.
Yeah, we do.
The left is full of idiots. I'm sorry. And I was there, so I can know that too. I was there. Like, I watch Amala. She's against a lot of that now. She's like, they went too far. Like, she said, I was one of those people. And she openly talks about it, how I used to talk about this and, like, I don't know what I was thinking when I was, like, you know, but she realized, no, maybe I was wrong. And she came to the right. So it shows you that people do move into the right. Even when Charlie Kirk was killed, there was some people praising it, which you're sick bastards. You're a disgusting human. But there was some of them are like, what is wrong with you? They killed a man. Why are you praising that? That turned some people to conservative.
It's bizarre.
It really did. It's like, why are you praising it?
And I'm gonna say,
so,
it is. It's so weird. It's like a death cult. But anyway, so Sylvia, the lovely artist, hello. Vince number 2. See, I got 2 Vinces now. Mr. Vince Wirtzman. Hello, and apparently he's busy. Well, yeah, you know what? I'm doodling, man. You know the drill on Sundays, and also on the X side, hey comic, hey Husk, nice to see you, and great to see you on the X side of things, or as I like.
Oh, 8 of you on the X. We have 8 people now on
the
X
bright side
watching.
of life.
So. And by the way, to the people on X, there's 8 of you over there now. Feel free to come over to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Subscribe and like and share the video. So
that's right. And probably some of you guys that are over on X might be of the more Alberta-minded independence kind of thing going on as well. I say to thee, hello and greetings, possible other fellow Albertans. So, of the independent mindedness. Yes, I know, Tom.
I will never agree, but hey, I love you still. So
no. See, Tom, my cohort, Tom, my one of my longest friends, he's all the way in New Brunswick. And yes, and I get his point of view that, hey, it'd be terrible for this country to break up. And yeah, it would be.
I love my country.
And
I hate our leadership,
but
though.
then
They're
again,
full of idiots.
Yeah. Exactly. Same here.
Do you remember when traveling Canada,
I
traveling
hate our
the world,
form of government.
When you had a Canadian flag on your backpack or on your shoulder, you would be praised. Like, oh, you're an awesome person.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we're a joke. We're a joke. And it's like, I want to get back to the old days where that flag means something
totally 100%
again.
a joke.
But yeah, it's just
and
I love Alberta. I live there. It's a beautiful province. Hell yeah. And you guys are the center of our oil infrastructure, which could branch out to the east and to the west and to the rest of the world and make us a powerhouse. Because we're the 3rd largest oil deposit in the damn world. Why the hell are we not tapping into it? Everybody, the oil thing went so up because of the war. Why didn't Canada step up, emergency create a pipeline all the way across, and boom, screw them. Let's take over. We think about that. Where Saudi Arabia and all those countries had that war going on and whatever, why didn't we could have been number 1. We would have been a powerhouse with that. That's the perfect thing you could have done. Nope. Like, oh, you idiot government, you morons, you jackasses. No. Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Larger than Kuwait, believe it or not. So it's huge. And Husk says my Florida trip went well. Nice. Did you give me something? No, I'm kidding. I'm glad it went well. Let's see. Hopefully you get a good suntan. And beach time. You gotta have beach time whenever you're in Florida. It's mandatory. It's good for the soul. Yeah. No, because here's the thing that's going on in sunny, beautiful Alberta. I don't know if you heard the news out east because here's the other thing about the media, especially in this country, is they like to compartmentalize. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They like to tell the East certain things, and they like to tell the West certain things.
Oh yeah, they control it.
Yeah. When we find out on East and West what's actually going on, we find out it's vastly different. Obviously, because the media has been allowed to lie since 2009, thanks to Trudeau. So, so I don't know if Tom might have heard, but apparently a liberal Trudeau-appointed judge here in Alberta from New Brunswick, believe it or not, I forget what her name was, but apparently she tossed out, or she said that all the signatures for the referendum that we got going on in October, they're all invalidated, over 300,000 signatures, because the First Nations
I heard that one. Yes, I did. We actually did hear that one. Yeah.
Okay. So just to remind everybody that there were treaties that were signed literally over 100 years ago, and it absolutely has no bearing on the citizen initiative of wanting a referendum because Quebec did it twice and they're going to do it for a third time in a couple of years. And so basically they're trying to say it's unconstitutional, which is total and utter, crap, because if Quebec can do it, why can't we?
Yeah.
So there's that. But here's the thing. You know what? And I'm going to let everybody know, actually, technically, what I'm going to educate you people about what these treaties are, okay? And what they're talking about, because you know what? Guaranteed a lot of people out there have absolutely no idea about whatever treaties they are that they're talking about here in Alberta, because they keep on going on treaties, but a lot of people have no idea. So here's what it is. What the treaties actually, here it is. The First Nations in Alberta, independence thing, separating basically all the facts from fiction. All right, this is what it is. So there's this myth going around that this is still basically all native land out here. Okay. And this is basically what Treaty 6, 7, and 8 in Alberta did. It essentially transferred the land title forever to the Crown. So the land was ceded, basically given over permanently to the Crown, right? Which would be obviously, the British Empire, technically. And full control was passed to Alberta under the 1930 Natural Resources Transfer Agreement. Okay. So they keep on going, basically, well, who owns Alberta today, right? And again, there's this other myth that the First Nations own all the land inside the treaty boundaries, right? So basically, they're trying to say that they own all of Alberta. And no, that is not true. The reality is basically the treaty land is basically, the agreement land. It's not ownership land, right? The reserves, the reserve land, basically it's theirs. It remains theirs, but the provincial crown land is Alberta's property. So they don't need to be consulted, but again, you are one person and you have one vote when it comes to that, and you can always vote no to wanting to leave Canada, and that's fine. So, and there's also this other thing that the First Nations can block independence. It's like, no, they can't, because first of all, if they were able to do that, they would have done that twice already with Quebec, and they didn't. And the reality is basically no Indigenous group has veto power over a referendum, because again, it's Crown land. You gave it up, so it belongs.
Can I just say something? And I want to ask your opinion on this too.
Okay.
I always hate when these groups have these meetings, and they always start these meetings nowadays with, "Oh, by the way, before we can start our meeting, let's praise this land that was once mega." What? Like this land is under the. They don't own it anymore. No, sure. There's reservations. 100%. There is Native Americans and Native Canadians. Yes, that's a given. There are, but they don't own. You can't. I hate when they pray this land is owned to. No, it's not. Stop. I hate that.
Yeah.
It seems to be a big thing they do nowadays. Like the start of meetings, and they're doing times. And I've been in some meetings. Like, why are we pray? What is this about? You're virtual signaling, and none of them are even here. What are you doing, you idiots? Like, oh my gosh, I hate when they do that.
And I know that you say you are praying to the Creator, but okay, well, who's the Creator, right? And I don't know.
And trust me, no. Our government,
I'm not trying to. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, our government does need to improve on like water resources and res and everything. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But being Native Canadian, you actually get free education. You have tax breaks up the yin yang. It's and guess what? They say, oh, we own the land. You took it from other natives. It used to be conquered. Lands used to be conquered. People don't seem to forget that term. They'd conquer the land from other natives, and they'd fight for it. Well, guess what? The Europeans came over and they conquered it. So now it's their land. You know,
Exactly.
Get over it, people. No, you don't. You live tax free on the land. You get to live. Now, the government does need to help with better water, better things. But then again, I'm going to bring. This might be very controversial, but I don't know if you want me to say it. We had a big thing going on recently where there was so many buried graves. They never found any bodies. I think it was a hoax.
No.
It just seemed too weird.
It seemed 100%
too weird because where the body and yes, indigenous people were sent through hell, and 100% they were mistreated to an extent. Yes, our government does need to do better, but that was that I don't know, but where that idea for that ploy came, not one body was ever found in any of those innocent children's graves. Like, where are the bodies? Where's the bodies? No, we can't find any. No. There's something bigger going on here. So. Yeah.
There is. Totally.
Yeah.
And hello, Wonderland Town. Nice to see you again. No, I know. It's bizarre. Like all of a sudden, natives are so concerned. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be. They have every right to be.
No, 100%.
But it's the chiefs. It's the chiefs that, well, anyway, I'm going to get into that, pretty soon. So what happens to, like, especially what's going on here, what's happening to, like, basically the treaty rights. Okay. So there's this myth also that's going around that treaty rights disappear if Alberta leaves. It's like, no, the treaty rights remain, but there are three paths forward. Right. So basically it's either Ottawa continues fulfilling those treaty obligations, or Alberta takes the responsibility as a new nation, or the First Nations negotiate terms entirely. So you can have three possibilities going on there, right? With what happens with the treaty rights, because the rights were originally signed under the Crown, right? Which eventually became Canada, right? Yeah. As our own, sovereign nation, not under British rule, so to speak, right? So it could be entirely renegotiated, and it could be even a way better deal. So, plus on top of that, it means also with if Alberta does manage to separate, there's another myth that goes on that independence means separation from Indigenous people, and it's like, no, again, because the First Nations remain full citizens of Alberta. Nothing changes about democratic rights or, and everybody votes, everybody participates, everyone has representation, which they love to have. So, these treaties don't block independence. The land was ceded, it was given over, right? And everybody gets one vote, and all the rights are respected. It isn't a threat to treaty people whatsoever. It's a new conservation about who fulfills those promises. Is it going to be Ottawa or is it going to be Alberta? And it's Quebec too. Because they, like, when the bill got voted in again, they're like, oh no, we're going to have another referendum. It's like, okay, great. So why aren't the Native chiefs making a big fuss over there? Why is nobody calling Quebec traitors? Why is it only?
Well, I do. I actually hate them for doing it too. But yeah.
But, yeah. No, it's because Alberta is the big piggy bank that everybody can draw money out of. Because let's just put it this way: over the past few decades, you know how much money out of this province has gone to Ottawa that mostly Quebec ends up getting? Over $600 billion.
Yeah, no. Hey, can I give my 2 cents on this? Because we both disagree with it, but I'm going to give my 2 cents if you don't mind. I love my country of Canada. I always will. I do. I love my flag. I love this country. Yeah. I hate our government. Despise it. They're killing it. I love Alberta because you guys are the center when it comes to oil and gas, 100%. And again, I said the pipeline needs to go across all the way. It's 100%. Actually, where is it? Canmore. That's in Alberta, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah, totally.
Beautiful
Great
city.
place.
I know somebody in there. It's gorgeous. Itchy Boots, actually, I think drove through there. Somebody went through there. Beautiful, beautiful. One of the, there's gorgeous places out there. Banff, another gorgeous place. Like, oh my gosh, I'd like to have a summer home out there. But like to me, I'm about. We need to fight against this tyrannical government and unite Canada stronger than ever, because we could be a powerhouse of a country. There's parts in Ontario that have potash and certain things. Alberta, the greatest, like I said, the third largest oil deposits in the world. Why we don't tap into that, I still haven't figured that out. We could easily be a amazing powerhouse of a country. But our government seems to not realize this. And I personally think it's by design, aka the WEF. That's a conspiracy. It's real.
Oh,
people.
totally.
I'm sorry.
Totally.
It's 100% real. And it's funny enough. It's like, it's frustrating, because I see people like us that have common sense, you see what's going on. And I'm like, why is people believe in our government? They'll bow to them. Don't you see? We have the largest food costs in the G7 countries. Literally, I know people that have to. I got to go to the food bank. I know people that actually work full-time jobs, 2 jobs, still got to go to the food bank because they can't afford to eat anymore.
No, can't.
Housing.
Gas. How much? Okay, okay, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, the housing, and I was actually going to get to that part. The housing, we have some of the highest housing rates. If you're a young child, like your kids, and I feel anybody in the younger generation, you're never going to own a house. You never will.
No,
never. It's too impossible now. It's too expensive, and that's sad.
Exactly.
I don't have a house. I want to build an A-frame house and buy some land eventually, and nice little trees around me. That's my goal. I have an A-frame house, quiet little land with trees, surrounded by trees. I don't have any neighbors. I don't have to hear people. And I can make a pork sandwich on the barbecue or cook some lobster and not care about what my neighbors say. Have a little fire pit out in the back, and just live a quiet
in your
life.
underwear.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm not that. No. But yeah, it's just it's I don't understand I love Canada. Now I understand why you guys would want to, but to me it would be better more behaving to this country because we need you. I personally think we need you because you guys are one of the, like I said, oil and gas. We should be. Why are we relying on Iranian or whatever it is, some Saudi gas? I don't understand.
Saudi gas,
we have our own. Yeah, let's use Alberta for that, and then you guys profit, we profit, the whole country profits, and then we profit off each other. But no, they're not tapping into that, and it disgusts me. I'm like, guys, this country could be a powerhouse of a country. We could easily be self-sufficient, and also on a side note, America has to be our number one trade partner still. I don't understand this hate on America right now. Like, no, they're our neighbors. They're our number one trade partner. We have to work out tariffs this is where I'm not a big fan of Idiot Boy 2, but we need to get, he does that for dramatic reasons. Stop the tariff thing to the way it was. Yeah. But we need to keep America as our trade partner. That's our number one trade partner. So, and imagine us selling oil and gas to the whole Northern America. Oh, wow. We'd be a powerhouse of a country, like I said. But now he wants to go to China and work on China. China just did a massive deal with the States, which I think is kind of ironic and funny. But yeah,
it is actually.
Wow, that's funny. We hate America, but America just did a massive deal with China. You idiots. So. But I love Alberta. I 100% love Alberta. I want you guys to stay. I hope things work out, and maybe we finally get a good government in there that loves Canada, not just Ontario, because they're very narcissistic. No, loves Canada and realizes we're a great country. We need to unite and be a powerhouse and be the beautiful, because Canada's a beautiful country. We're one of the larger countries in the world, even though most of the community lives more south of the border. We are a beautiful country. I've traveled all across this country. I love this country. And I love my flag. I want it to mean something again. The pride of, like, hey, I'm proud to wear this flag, and we get liked, and hey, you're Canadian. You're awesome. You're the peacekeepers, Even though you look at the history of our armies, we were one of the most violent army soldiers in the world. Well, that's a totally different show you could do on, of how we pretty much, storming Normandy and stuff. It was the Canadian soldiers that were crazy. They were nuts. Canadian soldiers were crazy, some of the stuff they did. But anyway, that's a totally different, you could do a whole show on that one. But I understand where you guys are coming from, but in the same vein, I love Canada. You know what I mean? It's just
I totally get where you're coming from.
we could be a beautiful country and unite, but our government doesn't want that. They want dissension. They want stuff, and it's like they're doing this on purpose. So.
Oh yeah, no, totally. So because like I said before, it's this liberal mindset of everything is problematic, and it needs to be torn down and rebuilt in our own image, kind of thing. That's the mindset, unfortunately, that they're in, and this is why we have the major problems that we do going on right now, because
100%.
This is the weird thing is that this is becoming even more of a virtue signaling government than Trudeau was,
it is,
which is really weird to say, because I mean, let's face it, Trudeau was a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Or
he
was
probably, but...
or he was extremely smart but just played the part of an idiot really well. I don't know which it is. But we've become just this pandering.
Well, okay. Let me get
it's
let me bring up a good example, which really pisses me off.
Right.
Our country has given $25 billion to Ukraine. I think we've given more money to them than any other country in the world.
Yep.
Seriously. I think
and we just gave more. I think it was like last week. I think.
Ukraine, from what I hear, numbers, they have a surplus right now. From what I hear, Ukraine has a surplus. Yep. They're actually not in debt right now. Why are we giving money when we have people living on the streets? We're not quite there yet, but we're going on to be estimated to be trillions of dollars in debts here soon. This is the biggest deficit this country has ever run with this current government. We're giving, but yet you're printing money, which is devaluing our dollar out of thin air, giving it to other countries, which are in a surplus. I'm sorry, you can't be stupid to know that there's some money laundering going on. So there's higher people making money. Somebody's making money somewhere. And all I can say, let me in on it. Please, let me in. I don't care. If you're going to screw us over, just let me in, and then I'll share it with my friends. I don't care. But there's something going on. It's almost obvious. It's stupid how obvious it is. That we're giving $25 billion, not million people, $1 billion to Ukraine. And they now have a surplus, from what I heard. People say that's not, no, from what I've heard, they actually have a surplus. That leader, I forget his name now, Zelensky, whatever, like he's delving in money. And I'm guaranteed there's probably some Canadian government people that are getting money of that and kickbacks. And some people say
1,000%, dude.
Some people say Brookfield's involved somehow. There's chemical chem plants and stuff. So yeah, it's just it's ridiculous. So it's obvious what's going on.
It is sheer insanity. It is but I can't. I
hate that I have a brain. I hate that I'm smart. I wish I was dumb to it all and just like, I don't know. Because when you see, I know what's going on. I know there's corruption. It's right in front of your face. It's not even being hidden anymore. I'm like, 25 billion. That's the total so far, and it's going up. You're giving money away when there's homeless people on our streets. You actually cut our veterans and seniors benefits. What? You're cutting seniors and veterans benefits? What the frigate? I wanted to swear there, but no. These people, I'm sorry, like after age 65, there should be no taxes on your homes anymore. Once you buy your home and own it, you shouldn't be taxed on it. Same with a vehicle. Once you pay your taxes, that's it. They tax used vehicles. Income tax. Yeah. There's so many. There's taxes upon taxes in this country, which shouldn't be existing. There's too many taxes. Our country, and now just like climate tax, that's a fake tax. Somebody's making money. Taxes need to be out. They need to alter and change the monetary system. The monetary system needs to be altered from the ground up. It really does.
Let's see. Gap says we need a commercial break. Really? Let's see. We need a commercial break. Let's see. Isn't Canada's money really called the pesos? Yeah, quite possibly. Commercial break. Wow. wonder if we should do a commercial break. You know what? I didn't even load a commercial break into the videos that I got here. Let's see what I can do here. Maybe add a scene. No, maybe not.
Sorry, I know everybody. Usually we're nerds and we talk
let's-
about nerd stuff, but today was like a release of tension. My gosh, we've been off on topic on just
Yes.
Whew.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
You said you wanted me
See,
to vent.
because watching
I had a lot
Tom
built up
on Facebook. Yes, this is when I saw what happened to Tom's foot, and it looked like a strip of bacon was taken off of the side of his foot, and I'm like, oh my God,
Oh yeah,
what the
it's
hell
totally messed up. It's
happened
like
to you?
yeah, it's yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this watching Tom's posts on Facebook, and I'm like, dude really needs to vent. So it's like you're coming today and you're gonna vent. But okay, you know what is yeah, let's do
But I do gotta say something before you do that. Okay, do the commercial break and then we'll come back. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do the commercial break. Okay, break, folks, because I haven't done this one in a long time. Let it load. Is it gonna load?
This is an important message for customers who have recently purchased. For that, we're sorry. Please return this product to Omega Mart immediately.
The
For
interwebs.
assistance, please call the number on your screen. For your safety, this product has moved from our shelf and will be carefully disposed of. Omega Mart thanks you for your continued trust.
I want to get you new internet and a computer someday.
Okay, there's Rachel. Oh, Mike. You're welcome, Gap. Not a problem.
Let's donate to this man. Get him a better internet and a better computer. We need to.
Exactly. If you like what's going on here or on any other, well, no, not on any other channel. What am I saying? Because of the sheer lack of entertainment value that goes into a show like this. If you want to just leave a couple of bucks, that's all I'm saying. Couple of bucks for a super chat or a super sticker or what do they call them now? Super tips or whatever it is.
Do you still do the voice thing over in the other show? I haven't been on the other show in a while. Remember, you would do the voice and you'd get the okay, good.
Yeah, the $5 super chat thing. No, I still do that. So everyone's.
By the way, have you talked to the old cast?
You know,
I'm curious.
I would appreciate
have
you
talked,
leaving the tip.
Like, have you heard from Pop? And all
you know what? Pop is doing okay.
Good man.
I've seen
good
him
man.
on, let's see, Sundays. Yeah, I had Padawannabe on. Was it this past Tuesday or the Tuesday before that? Padawannabe was on, so he's doing quite well. Also, Appion, Padawannabe, Pop Culture Republic, Carla, and Appion. They get together on Tuesdays and they watch a movie on Cosme. I'm gonna have to give you that link.
I miss Appion. He's a good
and
man.
FKHC,
That man is so funny.
I do too.
He's so funny. He's an awesome soul. He's a good soul.
Tim, how's it going, man? Work was shite, he says. Nice. Work is always supposed to be like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
by the way, the 9 to 5
like
system needs to be broken.
said
That's
before.
why I am an artist now. And that's why that's another reason. Sorry, I'm just going to do this. That's why we have to donate to this man, because he doesn't need to be doing 9 to 5. He needs to be doing this for a living. He's a talented artist, and hopefully we can get the book, the comic. I might actually come to him for my comic. So that's why help his channel to like, subscribe, and share. Build this up to thousands where this will be financially viable for him, because just like me, I'm following my dream. I starve though, that's why probably the diabetes isn't at the best. I can't afford to eat healthy, but even a 9-to-5 job nowadays doesn't pay you enough to afford to eat healthy in this country. But anyway, that's a different story. We can break that down. That's a total, but let's help build this man's channel, because we can make this his thing, and then he can do this 24/7. So
exactly. Then you guys can torture me all you want to your heart's content. But no, yeah, if you can, it doesn't cost much. A couple bucks if you want to, and for either a super sticker or a super chat. And you know what? I'm even trying to find even more funnier videos for super chats. So because I did that,
and even just sharing the channel and building. Even sharing the channel, though, and building it up, just to let people know. Let people know. The fellow nerd community, especially. Like for this channel, the Tuesday show, his movie shows he's got going on each week, which is funny as heck. So much going on here, and he puts a lot of effort into it. So much going on. And the nerd community is amazing. It's just, so.
It is.
Yeah.
This is where... I you know what, because I've been thinking about it more and more, it's like, you know what, this is where, and nobody take offense to this, but this is where the loser nerds go, but they're awesome.
100%.
But they're awesome.
Damn straight.
It's what they would, like Revenge of the Nerds, they always kind of like made nerds look like, the losers, and but they always, well, they always go back at the jocks and stuff like that. Doesn't matter, you know what, because geeks and nerds are not losers.
By the way, speaking of, you mentioned that. Did you remember the big muscle guy in Revenge of the Nerds? He passed away this week.
Yeah, he did.
A good actor. I've seen him in other stuff too, but I was like, oh, that's too bad. But I mean, our generation of people are slowly dying. It's like, wow, I was like so sad. It's like, I forget his name now, but yeah, he passed away this week.
I heard about that. That is like pretty sad, man. Jeez.
Yeah, make me want to go back and watch those movies again. They were awesome.
Oh, man. I haven't watched Revenge of the Nerds in forever. It's like literally been forever. So, yeah, no, I saw that he passed away. It's like, damn, dude. That's sucky. Jeez. Okay,
yeah, Donald Gibb. So.
Wow. Man, oh man. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Listen.
When
sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but remember I told you I do have to head out because I have my guests are here now. So.
Okay, not a problem.
I did tell you that. Remember, I warned you ahead of time. I do have people,
Yeah, that's true. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Enjoy wrestling.
But I got my boys coming over. That's my wrestling boys. That's my the family, I call them. So. But anything else you want to ask me and stuff? I'm a wrestling fanatic.
No, that's pretty much all it. So just have fun wrestling. Don't be a stranger. So
yes, thank you for the invite. I appreciate all of you, to everybody, Gap, Vince, and everybody. You guys are a good community of people, and you're my brother from another mother. So. It's nice to come on. And I am getting back into this, people. I will be back doing a little bit more. I like I said, with family dementia stuff, my friend in the UK with pre-leukemia, just, I've been lost for the last year. I'm trying to get myself back doing art again. I'm actually going to sell my photography at restaurants. Somebody told me I can make money doing that. I'm going to be doing some other stuff here soon. And I might get back into streaming again. I'm going to do game streaming. So you didn't even, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of telling what's going on, but but yeah, I'm getting back into the swing of things. So you will see me back here once I can organize more time and more steady. And maybe I'll pop in on a Tuesday show, though. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So, and
damn right.
I miss the community. I've been talking with Jason a lot. He's been helping me with some stuff. And you're my brother from another mother. We talk whenever. So, and hi.
Exactly.
And hi, so I hear her in the background. So, but no, I miss you guys.
Yeah, gifts. Gold coins. Wow, I got gold coins. Nice.
Yeah,
I can retire now.
This is a good community, people. You're an amazing man. You've helped. And by the way, this is looking amazing. So I know I'll see the other. There's nothing spankable in this image like last week's. I watched the show last week a little bit. Like, ooh, spankable. That was nice. So. You know what I'm talking about. I watched last week's episode. I was like watching it. And I was like, ooh.
It's nice to know that you were a common denominator besides Gap.
It was a nice and spankable image last week. But anyway, thank you for bringing me in, good sir. I appreciate you. It helped. It actually helped today. This felt good. This felt good. So thank you.
Not a problem.
And I'm glad I'm actually leaving now because the delay is like 7 minutes or 7 seconds now. So maybe it's good I go. It's a really big delay.
Oh my God. Is it really?
After
okay,
that,
cool.
Yes, it's bad. So, all right. I love you all. And thank you again, brother. And you take care.
All right. You too, man. See ya. Let's see. Okay. So, okay. What's going on here? Somebody's saying they get a whole bunch of jewels. Sent envelope for 600 jewels. This is like, is this like the top fan thing? Oh yeah, I suppose it is. FKHC sent 10 jewels. Sent gold coin for 10 jewels. You know what? I haven't even the faintest idea what this gold coin jewel thing is. Like, I haven't the faintest idea. This is actually a thing. Sent flow save for 200 jewels. Okay, well, thank you for the gold coin 10 jewel thing. I think. Let's see, but I guess I get this whole top fan thing. You know, you got like these points or whatever the heck it is. You know, with the little crown thing. I'm guessing FKHC is actually number 1, and Gap and Vince are number. Oh, Gap is number 2, and Vince is number 3. Wow. Boy, maybe I should be making Tim a mod instead. I threatened them with a fan, and then oh my God, and then replace my mods with whoever the top fan is. So wow, you know what? I'm actually kind of surprised that that you, Tim, are number 1 for some odd reason. I don't know why. I just am. So, but you are the meme master for a reason. Okay, so let me see what's going on here. Okay, so we're doing the 2 perspective thing, and no, I'm glad that Tom finally came by, and I wanted him to come by because as most of you know anyway, really good friend, and I like when he comes on and he's able to vent and talk, and that's the way it should be, because that's what dudes do. So now, to most of you people, as to what is going on, if you have been drawing along with moi and this channel, what did I do here? Okay, yeah. So the whole 2 perspective thing. So if you've been kind of following along about what's going on, you know, essentially, you know, you get your horizon, you're drawing that, and I'm doing this on the whole XP pen kind of tablet. It's fun, but here, let me zoom out a little bit here, okay, as to how it looks so far. So you can see kind of like the I suppose you can kind of, they kind of call them like a sea urchin flag. It kind of helps with the perspective lines in this case, right? And so as you can kind of see, you know, the 2 vanishing points, 1 on each side, that both, well, they don't quite fall on the outside, but they're almost there. And since the horizon is parallel to the picture plane, usually, you have both vanishing points on the horizon. So the reason why 2-point perspective and 1 point are different is that their angles of sight and the observation vary. Okay. So this is kind of like what the effect that you got going on here, especially with that picture up in the corner. Okay. That's what you're seeing. And yeah, what else? So like I said, in 1 point, you're sitting in front of an object. In 2 point, you view the object from a certain perspective. So that's kind of how you see this. It's all about perspective. So certain angles, you view the object from a certain angle, and then you see the two facades. It's like especially at the top and the bottom, and the planes are kind of like all deformed, and their edges kind of converge at the vanishing point. Kind of that's why you got the lines right there, right? So to visualize the difference, imagine standing kind of like in a long hallway, right? That's your 1 point perspective versus standing on a street corner surrounded by buildings. Like in this case, like the picture that you see there, it's a 2 point perspective. So that's what you got going on right here. So, gifts. Ow, that hurt my ears. The background noise hurt my ear. Oh, yeah. And hey, Alistair, nice to see you again. And to go back on Gap's question about called pesos, sure, not a problem. Yes, they are. I still don't know what the gifts mean, believe it or not. I really honestly don't. I'm glad for the gifts. I don't even know if that means maybe I'm just used to like, the super chat kind of thing. But if it's the same, you know what? Because I don't know. So whatever. Anyway, let's finish this up. We'll get this drawing done. And so hopefully it's helped you people out there. And hopefully it educates you a bit in your wanting to draw a bit better. So, because like I said myself, this is something I have to practice more, is doing backgrounds and buildings and such. So, because I want to do this and this and that, I think I'm going to do something with that row. We'll just switch this up a bit. But, and so as not to cause much dead air. Ooh, you know what I should do? I never did finish. Hold on here. I never did finish the secret underground base thing. That I finished. That I was drawing. What was that? Probably a couple of months ago. I should really finish that off. It would be fun to finish off the secret underground base. Gonna finish that up. That'd be awesome. Because I'm almost at the point in the comic. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I'm not quite at that point. I'm almost. It'll almost be there. So, but I'm gonna have to work ahead on some pages. I think by this point, I think I'm on page 8. And if you've been following my X, I put, so far I put the pages up there of what I've been drawing. Plus, yesterday, what was I doing yesterday? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, to everybody that was here during Mike's movie matinee. Yeah, again, sorry about the movie screwing up like that and taking these really weird, odd pauses. I don't know why that even happened. I re-uploaded the movie again, and hopefully it plays a lot better. So I don't know what happened there, but it's up again. I put it up again, and so if you want to watch it unhindered, then I put it up again. So there you go. But honestly, I really have no idea. I didn't delete the other one on account that it did get a lot of views, which is good when it comes to monetizing, especially. So, but I put up the other one, so hopefully that gets enough likes and shares. Because when it comes to views, that's how you make your income. Part of it. Okay. So, we'll finish this up. Get some gray in there. And I think what I'm also going to try is I'm going to see if using a thinner pen, I'm going to see if that'll do, if that'll make any bit of a difference. All right. Just catching up with the chats. Alistair, hey, Gap. He's a wonderful Vincent. By the way, I'm back, bitches. Oh man. Alistair, comic, will you be able to join the little show? Maybe. I'll see. I also have to see. Wait a minute. Vince says I'm never getting food during your stream again. It never ends well, but at least it wasn't an hour again. Oh, come on. Can't blame me for that, dude. Jeez. Really? What happened this time? Oh, also, okay, Alistair, I have to check up on my Kodansha Manga Academy, the publisher in Japan. So I got to see what's going on with that, and and I gotta do the layout for the next page. I will see what I can do. I will see. Okay. So let me. Let me add some foliage. City backgrounds, long grass, grass seeds. Yeah, let's do some little distant evergreens. Gonna channel my inner Bob Ross right now. So wait a minute. You gotta make them black. Then you gotta go a little bigger. So remember, if you want to get some no, that might be a little bit too big. Okay. If I do no, you know what? There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. So we have that. So you can put that one there. Put that one there. And then once you vary your line type, or your line type, vary the size, and then you know what, you can make sure just to pull in just a little bit, and let's go a little bit beyond there. We'll do that. Oops. And it's a little bit slightly different than the photo that you got there, but you get the idea of 2-point perspective, stuff like this. So, which ain't too bad. Not too bad. Give out the food place. How could have guests once it gets warmer? People are coming out again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, once it gets warmer, everybody comes out, and then you got to wait for like long lines, blah, blah, blah. It becomes annoying bits. Don't ask me about being little accidents. Yeah, but they're all little happy little bad accidents. But sometimes they can be good. Pull in just a little. That's what. Oh man. Yeah. So here you go. Experimenting again with 2-point perspective. So when it comes to trying to do buildings and stuff like that, I think what I'm going to do. This is the one thing. See, now that I'm kind of like looking at it, the one thing maybe I can do better on is that I have to change. I have to change my line weight. Usually, when it comes to line weight and such like that, as far as I can gather, well, it's not really so much as what I gather, but it's a rule that I kind of keep forgetting. Okay, and I probably should bring it up now. There's 4 types of line weight. Okay, and usually what I mean by line weight is if you take a look at any drawing, any characters, any buildings, objects, whatever, usually it's to make something stand out or something noticeable on a page. So, or well, the 4 times the line weight is like this. Once you have it in lighting to kind of differentiate what is the lighter side of an object and which is the darker side. And I'm not just talking about shading, okay? I'm talking about using lines to kind of convey which side is being shown on. So that's one type. The other one is, again, it's perspective, like what we're doing here, right? 2-point perspective. And again, it's something that I am forgetting that rule, and I have to keep on remembering that rule. So is it false advertising since it didn't have huge circles in it? Oh my God. Basically, thick on the outside, thin on the inside. Yes, exactly, Vince. That's precisely it. Thank you. You know what? Okay. To not incur false advertising. Okay. Hold on here. There's I can't believe we're doing this. There. There's your huge circle. My God. Hold on one sec.
Well, guys, hope you all had fun today. Please leave a comment, hit the like button, and share the show. Love you all. Bye.
Okay. Not quite by. Not entirely quite by. Okay. But no, you're right. Thick on the outside, thin on the inside. And when it comes to that's huge. That's right. I don't know if it's the sun or the moon, whatever, I don't care. Okay, yes, when it comes to perspective, yes. Thicker line should be on the outside. Or even closer to you in this case. So, and you know what? And I keep on forgetting to do that. So again, this is me drawing while trying to get better, and because of Vince, trying to hold myself again accountable to you to get better, right? So the other type of line weight is when you're doing an outline. when you want something to stand out. Again, like I mentioned before, you want something to stand out. Putting a thick outline around it is another thing. The other kind of line weight is when you're over touching something. When, let's say, two things are making contact, for example, maybe one person touching another person or something like that. You kind of want to exaggerate or point out where the point of contact is being made, say between somebody's fist and somebody's face, kind of thing, right? Over touching kind of thing. So again, I have to keep that in mind, especially when it comes to perspective, when I'm drawing buildings and stuff like that. Or outlining certain things. Thick lines. Excuse me. Thick lines on the outside, thin lines on the inside. Yeah, and I keep on forgetting that most of the time. So, but let me turn up the perspective lines. But other than that, it looks pretty good. I'm thinking it does. So to all of you doodlers out there, 2-point perspective. So that's what you get when you got, you make your vanishing points, and you basically draw a bunch of lines, auxiliary lines. Then you kind of like build from there. So that's what you kind of do. So anyway, you know what? It's kind of a shorter huge circle show, which is fine. 2 hours, 47 minutes. That's not too bad. At least it's not 6 hours or 5.5. So, to all of you guys out there, thank you for dropping on in here. Thank you for keeping Tom engaged. So, because like he said, back in Eastern Canada, back in the Maritimes, yeah, things are a bit depressing. He's trying to get back on his feet, and still plugging away at what he wants to do. And so go ahead, check out his channel. And if you haven't already, then there it is in the comments left by Vince. So the geeky classic leftist. So if you want to go ahead and do that, check out his channel. I implore you to check out his channel because he needs some views, and he's a good friend. Plus, on top of that, he has his book that is also on Amazon. The Writings of a Lost Mind, which is on paperback and Kindle. If you want to go ahead and get those, it's really, really good. And like he had said before on previous shows, in the back he has phone numbers, crisis phone numbers. So, if you know somebody, or if you happen to be one of those people that need somebody to talk to or need help, he's got those numbers available. So really, really good. Also, because I don't plug them enough, and Vincent is very good at reminding me as well, Flip City Magazine, which just happens to be down below in comments section, or above the comments section in the description. Kitty Flips and her husband, they produce the magazine. It is the mad magazine of our time. And if you want to go ahead to their website at flipcitymag.com, you can download a free issue and check it out. And if you like what you see, then and you want to get yourself a subscription, then use the discount code CRC for 10% off, and you will be glad that you did. So, and it's 2 in a row now. You're slacking, I know. And don't mention feet and Tom. Hope that can heal. Yeah. I wasn't going to show the picture online, just in case YouTube might say something. But damn, like I said, it looked like a slice of bacon just got taken off his foot. It looked bad. And Tom, if you happen to be listening, just please get better. Get some colloidal silver. Put it. It'll heal up remarkably, and get better, buddy. And you know what? And I'll come on Tuesdays. How about that? If you want to come on Tuesdays, no problem. But then again, it's super late over there. So if you just want to do the Sunday thing, whatever, let me know. Anyway. So everybody, you know what? I didn't do a safety save. And I'm gonna do a safety save. So before I sign off. And drop off comics. And did I put it in my practice folder? I'm going to put it in my practice folder. Yeah. Saved. And you know what? I don't even think I put last week's picture up either on the socials to kind of advertise the show. So you know what? I got two things to put up. But anyway, there you go. That is it. And to everybody out there, thank you for participating in a huge circle show, episode 36. Wow, that's not too bad. And haven't seen Chrissy FCM around in a while anywhere. Oh yeah, I hope she's all right too. So to everybody out there, yeah, like, share, comment after the show, because I really enjoy those, and I try to get back to everybody that leaves a comment after the show. Doughboys, like I said before, I re-uploaded it. Hopefully it doesn't have any interruptions in that. Titillating Tuesdays coming up obviously on Tuesdays. So I think I'm getting the hang of leaving more and more good news, which is great. So stay tuned, which is 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And the same hours goes for Mike's awesome Kung Fu sci-fi movie night. What am I going to play? It's going to be sci-fi this time, so stay tuned for that. And then back around the horn for Mike's movie matinee on Saturdays. So there you go, guys. Thank you for participating. Have a lovely rest of your week as we're starting it off on a Sunday, and we shall catch you later.